Yeah, I don't ever remember feeling like this. But I'm out here in these YouTube streets. So I want you to get your fingers. I don't know what you're doing. I want you to get your mouse. I want you to check me out. And I want you to check me out. Get ready to do this. It's the relationship rehab. Like, share, and subscribe. We coming at you live. So come on, let's take a ride. Hit subscribe to United Guns of America. Just click that link and listen up to what I'm telling you. It's the relationship rehab. Click that link right now. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Brian Redmond, and I just want y'all to subscribe to my channel. You know what I'm saying? I want you to let me know what you think. I'm gonna talk about some things, you can talk about some things, and we can do our thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's all about having a conversation, right? I mean, if we can't talk to each other, then, I mean, what are we really here for? I want y'all to be able to just come over to my channel, talk to me about what's going on with you, and I can tell you what's going on with me, and we can build some things. You know what I'm saying? That's all about growth, baby. So click that link, go ahead and swipe on your phone, whatever you gotta do. Share my content. It's just get me out here, baby. Cause we just talking, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I like doing what I'm doing because it's about the people. It's about us having a conversation with each other. It's about us discussing whatever needs to be discussed. And on these YouTube streets, this is the best place to do it, baby. Like, share, and subscribe. That's right. Click the link. Click the link. Yeah. I just want to say thank you to everybody that's out here that's already subscribed. You know what I'm saying? Cause y'all ain't the first one, and y'all ain't the last one. So I just want to give a shout out to everybody that click the link, that click the share, and then subscribe to your boy. Cause we gon' blow this thing together, baby. Relationship rehabbing, United Guns of America. To the world, blow up, baby. Yeah. Click the link, baby. Click the link, baby. Yeah. Hey, I just wanted to send a shout out to all y'all. I love y'all. That's why I do this. It's for the love of us, baby. I appreciate all of y'all. We gon' do this thing. We gon' do this thing right here, baby. Hey, look, if you at a computer right now, just go ahead and click your link. What else you got to lose, baby? Tell me what you think. Hit the comment section. You can jump on the live panel. We do it all here. That's what it's all about. So come holler at your boy. I've been doing this for years, but I just got onto this YouTube thing. So hey, let's see what it do and where it can go. To United Guns of America. Just click the link and listen up to what I'm telling you, telling you.
God damn it, man. This new board I got, I be forgetting that I can actually mute. And I keep doing, he said, don't tell him. Kevin, you ain't shit. Kevin said, don't tell him. Boy, I tell you, that's niggas for you. But let's go ahead and start that over again. This is the Relationship Rehab. I am Brian Redmond, and I am back one more time to have another wonderful show for you guys tonight. I'm so glad to be here, and I'm so glad you are here, and we can share and build together. Yes, indeed. So, I really just want to tell you guys, like I said, I wish that I could be going live a little bit more often, more on my regular schedule, which is kind of like every other day. But the way my life is set up right now is a lot going on. I'm busy, and I got to do what I got to do for my family first. Then I got to take care of my job, and then I can do all this other stuff. So with that being said, I got a great show for you guys tonight. This is something that I saw a couple of days ago, and it really struck a nerve with me, Cletus. It struck a nerve. You know how Mama Clump said, "Struck a nerve there, Cletus." This struck a nerve, and it got me to thinking just about what we're doing online, and just with the other things that have been happening. Like the passing of Kevin Samuels, and hey, rest in peace to that brother. And I will tell you this, and I know that I said this before, but when it comes to us, I mean black folk, us. When it comes to us, ooh, my hands are ashy. When it comes to us, it seems as though we are the worst at doing the worst to us. I mean, when it comes to just doing the worst to us, it's us that does we do it better. It's like no one can do it better. Like the DOC. It's like we have this thing to where no matter what the case or the situation may be, if it's something that's negative, if it's something that's bad, if it's something we don't like, if it's something where you on the other team or you the ops, we will just do the worst to each other. And it was the same thing that reminded it's like the people that were online on social media, doing all this stuff, talking about, yeah, I'm glad Kevin Samuels dead and all that. It's like y'all be the first ones talking about, oh, you ain't supposed to speak ill of the dead. But then the minute somebody died that you don't like, then you just all in. And it's insane to me that we are okay with that. Like, ain't nobody saying, like, hey, hold on, goddammit, you going too far. If you didn't like the man, you didn't have to listen to him. But I will say this, in just my years of knowledge and wisdom and experience on this here earth, it seems to me that the people who troll, the people who have the biggest problem with what someone says when they're speaking their mind, they are the ones that really do hate the truth. They don't like the truth. They don't want to hear the truth, and they don't speak the truth, and they damn sure don't want you speaking the truth. And if you do, you are instantly their enemy, and they will do any and everything possible to try to besmirch, to try to degrade anything, dox. They will do anything because they feel that you're their enemy. However, those of them that are indeed their true enemies won't say nothing to them, won't confront them, won't go drive by their house, won't go knock on their door, won't call the police, none of that. If these trolls that are online, that are sitting in their basements with their compact Pisario computers, if these trolls would actually just have half, I mean, just half of the dedication that they put to people that are online, if they put that and applied that same type of attention at the issues that are going on in their own communities, in their own homes, in real life, man, they really be some hell of a niggas. They be some hell of a niggas. But they would really actually make a difference. But instead, they want to sit on their keyboard and that's it. That's all they're literally good for. Causing disruption and just trolling. That's it. That's it. I'm just saying. Sting said if you're using a compact, you have bigger problems. Yeah, a lot of people don't know about that. That's a throwback. If you on your compact Pisario or your gateway computer or your Tandy computer, then hey, it's just one of those things. My man Ronald Hotboy said, I stopped going to church and just started listening to you on Sundays. Shout out to you, Ronald, my man. But it's like you have to understand that we have this thing to where we don't want to hear the truth. And then we won't, and if you don't want to hear it, fine. Just click off of it. It's amazing to me how these people refuse to just say, you know what, I don't like them. I'm just not going to listen to them. I'm going to unsubscribe. I won't click on them. Nope. These cats, they are your biggest supporters. The first one in your inbox, the first one in your chat room. They the first ones every single time, and they don't like you. There are plenty of YouTubers that I don't like. And you know why I don't need to talk about them? Because I don't watch them. I can make jokes and jabs about them, but I'm not on their platform talking about them. I won't do it. It's no point. Just leave. They're not talking about me, so I have no reason to go over to their channel to talk about them. It's insane that we do this. And it was just like when Herman Cain died. Herman Cain got COVID and died from COVID, or COVID-related symptoms, if you will. And do you realize that the black folks, the black Democrat folks, celebrated? That's what he get. Yeah, bet you ain't gonna vote for Trump now. That's what niggas do. That's what niggas do. It's like, why would you have the need to say that? And let's just say, hey, this America, goddammit. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. But why would you have the need to go online and say that, and then y'all turn right back around and be talking about Black Lives Matter? I stand with Kaepernick. Same niggas. Black Lives Matter. A fucking thug ass nigga get gunned down by the police because he won't fucking comply. We go take to the streets and burn down a fucking Wendy's for that motherfucker. But a man who just literally has a different political affiliation than you do, ain't touched you, ain't said shit to you, ain't done a goddamn thing to you. You gotta besmirch that dude and make fun of him dying because you don't like him. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. The fact that people are doing this and no one seems to say, well, hey, wait, that don't make any sense. And it's like, and that just kind of like leads me into my point in me doing this show tonight. It's like, I'm all for having the conversation. Number one, I'm all for it. I'm all for logic, truth, and facts. I'm all for it. My other thing that I'm for is saying, hey, if you got some type of issue or some type of whatever it is against another group and you're going to talk about it, great. No problem. No one is above reproach. Then why not just do it and do it factually? It seems as though when it comes down to black folks who decide to think for themselves and just have a different thought, a different ideology, as opposed to being challenged, we feel the need to where, oh, I got to step in and tear it all down. If you're going to tear it down with facts and truth. Don't just tear it down because you feel and you in your feelings and you don't have no facts. I just had this thing to where, you know, I was talking with some people the other day, and one of the things that I was just talking about as far as just me and my personality. I'm the type of person where I'm very confident in my thoughts and my beliefs. I just am. And although I am very confident in it, I believe and I think that I'm right most of the time, the greater majority of the time. However, that still does not mean that I cannot be corrected and someone can't show me and say, nah, you wrong because of this A, B, C, and D. Ain't got no problem with it. I was talking with my brother Eric. I don't know if he in the chat or not, but I was talking with my brother Eric. And we was talking about AR-15s. We was talking about some gun stuff. And for some reason, I had the misconception that there were 3 different types of systems for AR platforms. Shout out to my man Montreal Rap, hit your boy with $5. And I thought that it was DI, gas impingement. I thought it was piston, and then I thought it was like a straight gas. I didn't realize that DI and gas was the same thing. I just didn't. It didn't click. And I was like, I thought it was 3. He's like, no, It ain't 3. I said, you sure? He said, yes. And I said, okay. And I looked it up, and it wasn't. I said, damn, you're right. I said, thanks for telling me that, because I could have been talking with somebody else and been talking out the side of my neck and look like I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. But I was wrong and was corrected with facts and truth. Look the shit up. It happens. It's like there's no problem with that. I've been wrong on here and have come back and said, hey, what I said last show was wrong. It was not correct. Let me correct it. That's all a part of learning. That's how you get better at what it is that you do. So it's okay. But when you just in your feelings, or you feel as though you got to defend a certain position for the sake of others, even when it don't directly impact you, and you just doing it off of all because of how you feel, that's bullshit. My man Mick said he sent 2 months membership via PayPal. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. That's bullshit. Montreal said their excuse is always he said something to make themselves to something, I don't know what that means, harmful to themselves or others, like words that have much power over others. Please clean that up. Read it one more time. Their excuse is always he had something to make themselves to something harmful to themselves or others, like words have that much power over others. Oh, to do something to themselves. All right, there we go. Connect it for me. Thank you. I appreciate it. But it's like we have to really take into account of just saying, hey, if somebody's saying something that I may not agree with and I'm going to disagree with them, then let me do it because I have facts. I have real statistical data, and I can actually say, hey, here's where you're wrong and here's how and here's why. And hit you with the facts like boom, 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 boom. Here it is. But we don't do that. We just get on there and the first chance we get is, and I'm telling you, it seems like when it comes to us, we just can't hold our mules. You let another black man get on YouTube or get on TV and you don't like him, or you let another black man get on the radio and he say something that you feel ain't right. And we all over it. All over it. But without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and play my favorite part of the show.
Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
And I'm going to dive right on in. So, for those of you who don't know, there is a YouTuber by the name of, well, that is not what I wanted to do. There we go. By the name of Brandon Tatum. And Brandon Tatum, he's a pretty big YouTuber. I think he got like maybe 1 million subs or something like that. He's doing his thug thistle, real talk. And he, from time to time, he talks about different stuff and talks about, political things and all that kind of stuff. And I listened to Brandon Tatum on a lot of stuff. And this was something that I heard, and I kind of like really disagreed with what he said. I really disagreed with it. And I felt like it was one of those things to where I believe that this particular type of conversation was more of a personal difference. Like, hey, you think this and I think that, because it wasn't any facts with what it is that he was disputing. And the fact that he was going there fresh and fit, that's fine. Plenty of people have. Joe Budden and a whole bunch of other people. You know what I'm saying? What's the 2 dudes? Abba and Preach, they be on their ass and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like this. If you have like some facts and some real statistical data, it's like, I get it. But when you just disagree because you feel it, no, I feel that they don't be like that. Then it's kind of like, well, I don't know, man. Why would you come out and say that when you can clearly say that somebody may be speaking from experience or speaking for something that we all know to be true to some degree? And if there is a percentage that is small, then why try to make that the exception, the rule, when it's the exception to the rule? And it's like with black folks, we have a problem understanding and accepting that. Nothing is absolute. However, the exception to the rule does not dispute the rule. It's like, that's not the new rule. That's just not the new rule. And even if you've ever watched Fresh and Fit, you'll see a lot of women on there and they'll be making a general statement about something that is true. And they'll stick to the same thing. Yeah, but not all. Or yeah, that is true, but it's still some that ain't. And it's like, why are we talking about that small percentage when we have a much larger percentage that basically proves what it is I'm saying to be true? How come we can't just agree on that and move on to something else? Now, if you got something that's 50-50, that's one thing. But most of the time, when there are discussions like that, it's not a 50-50 thing. It's a 95-5 thing. It's a 90-10 thing, and they want to try to focus on the 10. And it goes like to a lot of people are just delusional, and I'm just telling you, a lot of people are just delusional about the reality of relationships. They just are. They just don't want to acknowledge what the reality of the relationships are today compared to yesteryear. And even when you get to talking about how men and women relate today. And the things that we try to dispute are like, dude, everybody knows this. You can see this all day. And when you try to say, I disagree with you because I know two people that's my personal friends and they don't do that, that goes to point out not only the fact that you're ignorant, but it goes to show that you really don't have an argument. And they try to double down on it. They double down on it. Right. Ron Brown said we resort to I've seen, I've heard, I saw, I know someone, but what about, etc. They said, why are we talking about that? So I'm telling you, yeah, I saw 700 people go do this. Yeah, but I saw 4. They didn't do it though. See, so you can't say everybody. What? It's like, why are we talking about that? That really does it. It's such a moot point. It's like, why even bring it up? But I'll tell you why people bring it up. Because they try to distort the truth. They try to distort the truth. It's like when you try to say, I'm going to bring up this small percentage to try to weigh, I'm going to bring this little feather and put it on this scale of cold hard steel and try to put this on that to try to say, see, it's got to be balanced though. You can't say it's no, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. And when I'm constantly bringing you facts, I'm constantly bringing you data, I'm constantly bringing you logic, and I'm telling you the truth, why would you then, if you don't like it, because that's the only way you could dispute it, just, well, I just don't like it. Why then would you just not say, you know what, I'm just going to let that fly because they do get truth, they do get facts, they are speaking from a logical standpoint, so it makes sense. I'm just going to let them have that because I don't like it, period. I just don't like it. Why would you then feel the need to, and it's like those people that have a problem with the truth, when especially it's calling out something in their life, or it's calling out something that they actually like to take part in, then it's like, that's why. Because you don't want nobody driving down your street, honking the horn, calling attention to what the fuck you doing. That's exactly what it comes down to. That's exactly what it comes down to. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and we're going to break this on down. And I'm going to point out the issues that I have with what he was saying.
I was going to leave the Fresh and Fit thing alone, but y'all done made me have to get back into this.
So it's like, and the thing is that they were on another show And the people that were on that show, if you saw it, they were just beyond rude. They were beyond rude. And it's like they had that liberal left mentality, that Democratic mentality where if you ain't on my team and on my side, then I got a problem with you.
On this Australian podcast called Kyle and Jackie O, right? And 94% of the people that follow me or people that were
y'all
on
let
the
me know if
channel
y'all can
agree
hear
with
this
me,
okay.
right? They hit the like button. But there were so many comments that was bizarre to me of people who claim to follow me and agree with most of the things I say, but I was wrong about this one, right? But let me set the record straight, because this is a part of my passion and conviction, is that I don't like to leave stones unturned. I'm going to debunk every single thing that I saw in the comment sections, and I'm going to point out what happened in the interview. People were saying, you didn't watch the interview, you didn't watch the full interview, you're taking it out of context. Now, I know for a fact, I've watched Fresh and Fit before. I've seen Albert Priest destroy Fresh and Fit 100 times. I used to like them guys, and I used to watch their stuff, and then I realized that these young men are bitter and they hate women because they don't have good relationships with women. Either their moms, either the girlfriends have cheated on them. They don't have good relationships with women, and they're young and dumb. And therefore, they come out with these theologies that sound good, that are sound bites for other men who are talking about this same subject matter, but they have no connection to reality.
And here's my thing. If you're making that statement, then you would be coming from a reality standpoint, right? If I say that you're just out of touch with reality, then what I'm going to tell you is going to be based in that. Not, it was some, and it's one area, so be still some people that I'm going to come and I'm going to show you what's actually real. If you tell me people don't die from gunshot wounds, and I say, well, you're not in touch with reality, let me show you. We have 52 people that were shot over the weekend, and 49 of them died from the gunshot wounds that they suffered. So I'm showing you the reality of what's happening. When people say things like, here's a great analogy. When people say things like, yeah, black on black crime, that's a false narrative. False narrative, huh? Okay, well, if it's a false narrative, then why is it that over 50% of the crimes that are violent crimes that are done in urban cities, in urban areas, are done by black folks? There's the reality of it. 30 people shot in a weekend and in Chicago, all black. There's the reality. Show me 30 white folks, 30 Asian folks shot in the same weekend in another urban city, you'd have a point to say, no, you're not in touch with reality. Because I can't tell you the last time I seen 30 Asians shot in Chinatown in Chicago over the weekend. So you get what I'm saying? That's it. That's all I'm saying. When you're going to say that somebody is saying, hey, this is what it is, this is where you're at, you ain't got this right, show me the factual evidence that shows that what I'm saying is not correct.
First and foremost, Fit was out here claiming that they are gurus and pretty much cold picking up women.
I've never heard them say that they were gurus, and I've never heard them say that they were cold at picking up women. I've never heard that. Like I said, I've watched, quite a bit of Fresh and Fit, but I've never heard them claim that. Now, I have heard them and I've seen them say certain things as far as how to get girls, how to pick up girls, and all of that kind of jazz, trying to actually empower men in relationships and how to actually get the women that they want. And to some degree, for the most part, most of the shit that they say is true. It is true. They're coming from a straight up dating perspective on interacting with women. And I'm just saying, to have that many people not tuning in, but trying to get on that show, to have that many people that are actually participating in that type of platform, I would say gotta be some truth to it. Just saying. Are they the end all and be all and know it alls? No. But there is some truth to what these guys are saying. Do I agree with everything that they say? I don't. And I'm going to show you that here. But There's a lot of truth to what they're saying. The feather and the steel weights. Just saying.
Gurus, they got game. They doing all this. And Fresh got caught trying to pay a girl or saying, you can't come on my show if you don't let me, we don't hook up.
What does that mean? What does that mean? If that's what happened, and I don't know if it happened, let's say it did. Does that mean that he don't know how to get women, or he don't know how to deal with women, or was that a particular woman he was trying to have sex with and gave her a condition? Happens to men all the time. If you don't have on Gucci, don't talk to me. If you ain't making six figures, if you ain't got a six pack, and if you ain't over 6 feet, I ain't even trying to look your way. Don't even talk to me. If you don't have this and can't buy me that, don't talk to me. So is that a dynamic in relationships today? Absolutely. There are plenty of people, thank you, JDO says, paying to play. Plenty of men do that, and plenty of women demand that. Nigga, if your car ain't foreign, I ain't going. And here's my thing. I thank you, David. David said, I just remember that one Fresh and Fit where they were saying don't pay for sex, but messages came out saying that they were lying about that. And here's where I personally saw that and says, I don't understand why they even said that when you know what is the oldest profession on the planet, not in America, on the planet. Prostitution. And there's an instance where you can actually say, hey, what he said about don't pay for sex, that's bullshit. Y'all niggas crazy. It's plenty of people every day that pay for sex. It's plenty of people that been paying for sex for eons, decades. It is the oldest profession on the planet for a reason. So for them to say something like that, that's a great point to say, nah, y'all got that shit wrong. Motherfuckers pay for sex every day, all the time. You take a woman out on 3 dates and you get some sex on the 3rd date, guess what? You've invested into that transaction. Y'all ain't got to get married after that, and you ain't got to see her no more after that. But you've definitely invested whatever it is that you spent out of your pocket on them 3 other days leading up to that. That's what you paid. Men have done that since the dawn of time. There was a caveman somewhere hunting down a deer so he could impress his girl with this meal that he trying to get with. Hey, look, girl, this cave girl, I'm going to try to take this cave girl out tonight, man. I got to go get this deer. I'm going to get up early in the morning. I'm getting up early Friday morning, go out here and get this bow and arrow and shoot this deer, bring it back to the cave and get it all chopped up and stuff. That I'm going to invite her over around sundown because, you know, she going to be looking for somewhere to stay for the night, dog. Right? She gonna be trying to stay somewhere for the night. You know how these women get around here, boy, when that sun go down, baby. Them lions and tigers and bears be out. And I'm gonna tell her, hey, baby, why don't you come on over here to my cave over here on the side of the river? Yeah, I got a cave over here. I just got a deer. I got some back straps going in the skillet, and we gonna go on ahead and have a good night. You know what I'm saying? Took some apples, I got them fermenting and made some apple wine and some deer backstraps. We gonna have a good time. Just saying, that's what they gonna do. If they was doing it back then, they doing it now.
And she put all this stuff out on the internet. You know, these people.
And my thing is, if the fact that he did, let's say he did, I'm giving it to him. He did that. Nigga, you was lying. And you got caught. However, the other things that you've said, does that make them not true? If Brandon Tatum got caught stealing and went to jail, does that discredit everything he's ever done or said? No. It doesn't. if we caught Brandon Tatum in a Democrat polling booth voting for Biden, which would never happen, but if we caught him there, what would we then say? All the other stuff he said wasn't true? No, it's a badass look, but it doesn't negate the facts that he's brought over the time he's been on the internet, the internets. That's all it is.
People are not who you think they are. So let me get to the interview. I've never in my life watched Kyle and Jackie O. They're Australian. I don't live in Australia, and I couldn't care less. I don't even know if their podcast is that big enough where it would even reach me. Some people were saying that they talk about vaccine. They have nothing to do with this subject at hand. Fresh and Fit made many mistakes in this podcast, and it doesn't matter that the male host slightly agreed with them sarcastically, in some cases agreed with them on certain topics. They're still
No, actually, it does matter. Actually, it does. And if you watch the show, you'll clearly see how disingenuous they both were. It was like, why waste your time and going out of your way to just be an asshole? Because that's exactly what they both were. They were just being assholes. And the reason why that they were doing that is because, say what you want to say about Fresh and Fit DMs or whatever, Fits or Fresh's DMs, they have made some very valid points out of the however many hundreds or thousands of shows that they've done. They've said plenty of shit that is straight true and factual. And that's why they were trying to discredit them by being disingenuous and by being assholes, which is typical of people who don't want to hear the truth. Or they don't want to acknowledge your point being a fact. They just don't. So yes, that's usually one of those tactics when you're having a conversation with someone and they start to be an asshole on purpose and they don't want to let you speak. They don't want to let you finish your thoughts or whatever the case may be. It's because they cannot dispute your point and they'd rather try to stop you from getting it out or cause a bunch of confusion so that it won't get hurt. That's exactly what they would do.
wrong. They're still absolutely, completely, utterly wrong and disingenuous.
And that's where I disagree with him. Nope. You can have a different perspective. Your opinion can be different. Your feelings about it can be different. But these dudes are about to say some facts, and he's going to try to say they're completely and absolutely and utterly wrong. And that is not correct. That is a bunch of just saying.
First point they made. And the problem with Fresh and Fit and young men who don't have a mature mind, they get caught up in them conflating truth with reality.
And here's my thing, and I'm so sick of black men doing this, and I'm so sick of black folks doing this. The minute somebody thinks for themselves, the minute that somebody says something that is thinking outside the box or may not be the status quo or may not be politically correct, they're automatically immature. They've been hurt. They've been hurt by their mama, or they got a bad relationship with their mama. They don't love themselves. They self-haters. They hear the same shit. And that's the same type of bullshit when people find out that I voted Republican or I voted for Trump. I'm a self-hater. I'm a coon. All of the very same things that he has been through himself because he chose to take a different path when it came to politics. He got that same type of vitriol, but then he turns right back around and gives it to them. Why would you say that they're immature? They just think differently than you. That's it. Now they hurt. They've been hurt by women. They still young-minded. That's bullshit. Those dudes are just as accomplished as you are, sir. They are just as accomplished as you. Just because they ain't married and got kids, that don't mean nothing. I got married, I'm married, and I got kids. But I don't think that they young-minded because they don't.
Or them coming up with this false equivalence is the better way to say it. It's a false equivalence. They have an argument.
Not true.
They don't have an argument to the argument. They bring up a fact, and then they try to associate it with the argument, which is not the case.
That's what, like, disputing a fact is. You say something, I disagree. I then bring a fact to dispute what it is that I disagree with to prove my point. That's exactly what the art of conversation is about, or debate is about. I don't understand that. And it seemed like it was just one of those things where you just like talking to be talking to try to prove your point, but you're not saying what is actually true. It's like that made no sense whatsoever.
They made a statement at the very beginning of the video that men are disgusted and turned off by women who are online in a relationship, who are online showing their bodies off. That's a fact. It's a fact.
Well, if you're in a serious committed relationship with a guy and you have, sexy photos of yourself on the internet, Instagram is just one medium that you can do it. Yeah, it is cheating. When she has sexy photos of herself on the internet and she's in a relationship, that is cheating. That is disrespectful to the man.
Okay, what if the guy is posting a...
So here what the point that he's making. And it's not that he's saying cheating. He's not saying that they're going out to commit adultery. He's not saying that. He's not saying that, yeah, they're going out and sleeping with another man. That's adultery. He's not saying that. He's saying that if they're in, like he said, a serious and committed relationship, and if she is on social media showing her body, doing the twerking, whatever the challenge that's out, and she's doing that, then yes, it's disrespectful to their relationship. Absolutely. Absolutely. You don't see what man would want their woman, the majority of men don't want their woman that they're in a committed relationship with, popping their ass, dressing in two-piece bikinis, showing off their body, taking sexy photos online. Don't no man that's in a committed, serious relationship with a woman want his girl on social media like that. Here's my thing. With men have reputations. Men have brands. And that could be something, if you're connected to that man, that can be something that could be damaging to the brand, disrespectful, and it could be a bad look for him. Just saying. That's the truth. So I agree with that.
Shirtless top and he's in a relationship. Is that cheating?
No, because it's not the same at all.
Well,
now here's where I disagree with them. Because sex sells, and and the way that you portray yourself on social media, it matters. And for him to come right back and say a man that's online taking sexy photos and wearing the gray sweatpants to show his dick print, and he got his shirt off and all that kind of stuff, it's the same thing to that woman, because she got friends too. She has relatives too that's looking like, girl, why your nigga out here advertising this shit like that? So yes, that would be a bad look for her. That would make her feel some kind of way. So I understand that. And that's where I disagree with Fresh and Fit. I do. And I just gave you the facts as to why. However, that first point they made was valid. And the second point that they made, saying that no, it's not cheating, no, it's disrespectful, and it is definitely a bad look for that woman. That's just what it is. Michael Morton says, however, if she was doing that before you met her, then you have no room to complain. Bullshit, because she's advertising. She's advertising. Your mama don't dress the same way she dressed at 70. She don't dress that. She wasn't dressing that way when she was 17. Just saying. And why people think that shit is okay, I have no idea. I have no idea. Your mama don't dress the same way when she had kids and she got a family of 3. She wasn't dressing the same way she was when she was just out here fucking in them streets. Nope. She don't wear what she wear to the club. She don't wear that up to parent night at your school. If your mama came up to your high school for your parent-teacher conference, dressed the way that she would dress going to the club, nigga, you'd have a fucking heart attack. Because you know the shame and the jokes that would be coming to your ass about your mama. She's giving you a bad look. It's the same thing. It was just like with FBG Duck mama fucking not only somebody that's his same age, but his fucking enemy. Lashina. You can fuck on me all day and all night. What? What? It's the same thing. People try to say, well, if that's how she dressed when they first started, yeah, if that's how you dressed when we first met, okay, fine. But the minute that we gonna come and say, hey, look, we gonna be together and we gonna be, this is a serious committed relationship, then hey, that shit's out the door. And if you ain't ready to do that, then that's when you should say, you know what, nah, I can't be serious like that because I still want to wear these micro minis. And I have a twerking competition this weekend. Fair enough? Fair enough. That's how you have to look at that. You just can't say, oh, no, if she did that before y'all got together, that's how she was, and that's just how it is. Yeah, but once we just decide to change the parameters of our relationship, then there are some things that change. That's just what it is. That's what it is. Because if a dude is sitting there saying, oh, yeah, well, you know, when we was dating, I was fucking hoes then. So now that we in a committed relationship, I'm a fuck hoes now. Is that okay? Nope. Well, I was fucking bitches when we met. Women ain't going for that shit. So it's the same thing, and it makes sense. There are some things that you should say, oh, well, no, we can't do that. I can't do that no more. Because she ain't going for it. And that's just what it is. Calvin said, Brian, I agree, but isn't that man insecure? Because he should know what type of woman she is. Here's the thing about insecurity, and people get this confused all the time. I'm on my relationship rehab shit tonight. Everybody's insecure. Everybody's insecure to some degree. Insecurity is not a thing that can be cured. Insecurity is not something that you can just get rid of. If you secure in yourself, that still don't, you can be secure in yourself and confident in yourself, that don't mean you still don't have insecurities. So there are certain things that, yes, you can be insecure about, that you can overcome yourself with your own self-esteem. Yes, you can build up your own self-esteem. That's why they call it self-esteem. Shout out to Cat Williams. Shout out to Cat Williams. Then yes, but there are certain things that, hey, not only if I'm insecure about it, but there should be things that if I am insecure about it and we are in relationship, you should go out of your way to make sure that I am secure about it. And if you can't do that, then y'all don't need to be in a relationship. Just saying. That's just one of those things, like, you know, people have discussed this and debated this for years. If a man and a woman are together and they go out and they're out and about in the public, and the man or the woman meets an old friend that the significant other does not know, should they introduce them? And men and women have gotten into arguments and fallout fights over that. You didn't introduce me. Or why the fuck you didn't introduce me to your friend? You should. How do you have a conversation with someone that you've known for years and you don't introduce or even acknowledge your significant other? What kind of sense does that make? No, you should. Plain and simple. But that should be something that should be understood in the beginning. Hey, look, we out and about and you done ran into some niggas that you done fuck. You damn sure need to introduce me and give me the backstory. Don't let me find out secondhand. Don't let that motherfucker tell me some shit you should have told me. Best believe that. Let me find out some shit that I should have known and the motherfucker side swipe me with the shit or blindside me with the shit. No way. Instant problem. And I would do the same. I would do the same. So let's go ahead.
It is
Like I
the
told you-
same.
But the question was, is it okay for men to do it and not women? Meaning that if you're in a relationship, assuming both people are in a relationship together, a man and a woman, that if a man is posting pictures that are provocative online, that's okay, and a woman posting it is not okay. And that's their argument. That is the most asinine argument I ever heard in my life. Then they go with another point. Men and women get attention differently, or their love language is different. Women get way more attention online than men.
That's fucking super true. Not very true, super true.
That's a true statement. But
He
that
said it's
has
a true
nothing
statement.
to do with the argument at hand. Let me give you an example. They made a false equivalence to say that women get way more attention on dating sites, they get way more attention online than men. But then they made an argument to say that men want quantity and women want quality. Now the host destroyed them, even though they all talking over each other. The host, the female Jackie O, destroyed them because they really broke their own argument apart.
And here's the thing. In dating, that is true. Until a man is ready to actually settle down and commit, he does want quantity over quality. Women, for the most part, want to find that perfect man to be booed up with. They do. They want to find that perfect man to say, if a woman at the age in her prime, at the age of 24, 22, 21, comes across the right man, a substantially resourceful man, a man that got resources, he got some shit. A woman will go all in and lock down and be like, yep, we together, we gonna get married, I'm gonna have his kids, and we together forever. Just saying. Case in point, my wife loves Usher Raymond. I know if there is an event to where my wife and Usher Raymond come and cross paths, I probably won't be married no more. I understand this. I've accepted this fact. And if my wife met Usher at 18 years old, she'd probably be married to him today if he would have her and say, yes, let's live together and we gonna do this thing. That's just what it is. Women want that security. They want that guy that's the top guy that got all of the resources and is at the top of the food chain, the so-called alpha male. They all want him. Now, women that may be bouncing around having their hot girl summers, they are, in fact, in search of that man. There ain't no woman out here turning down no man that got some real shit. And I'm talking about they got the money, they got the status, they got the resources, and they can do whatever it is they want to do. Ain't no woman saying, yeah, I'm going to be with him, but I'm going to be with him too. If a woman, and I'm talking the looks, all of that shit, they're not looking for somebody else. Don't look any further. That's what they mind is saying. I was a hoe, now I'm no more. Something to say hi-oh. I'm not looking any further. They diving in and saying, let's go ahead, let's do this. Why we bullshitting? Let's go ahead and get married. Men are like that too? Not true. The majority of men that have some shit, they will say, yeah, I'll take that wife, but I might make her my baby mama, but I will definitely exercise some options, and if I get some opportunities, I'm going to do it. Quantity. You ain't going to find no man that's saying, oh, I got this money. Look at your athletes. Look at your entertainers. Those are guys that have status. Those are guys that have fun, that have money, and they have resources. And those men, not only do they get to exercise their options, but they all do it. You think LeBron James, and I know a lot of women want to say LeBron James been married with him, like you just ain't heard shit about LeBron James. You ain't gonna tell me that LBJ ain't slept with another woman and he been with that girl since they was in high school. I believe he's dedicated. I believe he's faithful and he's loyal to her. But, well, I ain't gonna say faithful, but dedicated to her. But you mean to tell me LeBron James ain't never fucked no other woman? Bullshit. And here's the other point to that. It's in our genetic makeup, biologically. It's more women than men on the planet. Monogamy is some shit that some motherfuckers made up. Biologically, we are meant to have multiple partners. That's just the truth. So the fact that, yes, women do get more attention on the internet. Yes, women do get more niggas in their DMs. Yes, that's a fact. Ain't nothing changing that.
And you could tell they don't know what they're talking about.
Men do not get nearly as many options as women. And even if we're talking about top tier guys, they still cannot compete. Men.
Exactly. A broke bitch that looks good can get a nigga that got nothing and a nigga that got everything. That's true. How are you trying to dispute that or say that's a false equivalency? That's a fucking fact. A broke bitch walking down the street will get picked up before a nigga broke as fuck walking down the street. That's a fucking fact. What are you talking about? You said you got, and look, and just facts. You put a nigga that got a motherfucking 6-pack, got on the fresh new Jordans, and he walking down the street with no shirt on. Fresh fade, fresh beard, and everything. How many women are going to pull over to try to holler at him versus a woman walking down the street with a said 6-pack wearing a fucking bikini top, broke as fuck, with some fucking Dollar General flip-flops on? Ain't nobody looking at her flip-flops saying, bitch, them ain't Jordans. You ain't got on no Gucci flip-flops. Bitch, I ain't trying to holler at you. Niggas gonna be like, girl, look at that ass. What's up? What's happening, shawty? She's going to get more attention. Therefore, she's going to have more options. Therefore, she will get chosen way before it. The odds of a car with a woman in it wanting to pull over and take that man, get his number, and drive off somewhere with him? Nope. The odds of a woman walking down the street and a nigga trying to scoop her up and take her wherever she's trying to go and trying to take her out and be with her? Yup. And that's just basic, I'm talking teenage level shit. We ain't gonna even get into the club. How many fine ass niggas get into the club for free? I'll wait. Aside from a fucking stripper lockdown, how many niggas get into the club for free? How many? Please, men, let me know in the chat. Let me know in your comment section. Yeah, I get in the clubs free all the time because I'm handsome. Bullshit. Your ass got to pay. Men don't get that privilege. That's a fact.
Men and women are not the same. We're not blank slate equals.
I know they're not
It's
the
very
same.
different. Hold on, let me finish, please.
You're just not
It's
making.
not-
You're not actually proving your point very well.
I literally have a chart on the screen proving that women get far
You've
more
got a
attention
chart
than
from
men
a
do on the
dating
internet.
site that says women get more attention. Yes, that.
He's trying to prove his point, and what is she doing? She's cutting him off, saying it doesn't make any sense after she just agreed with him and said, yes, that's true. So what if what I just said was true, why interrupt me and why not let me make my point? Then if you disagree with my point, then say, hey, yeah, this is what you got wrong. He's showing you factual data. And this is the part to where she's just literally being an asshole. She literally is. She's being disingenuous. If I come and say, well, look, let me explain my point. First and foremost, men don't get as much attention as women. That's a factual statement. Let me go on. Let me go on. If I then go further and say, yes, men and women on dating sites, women get way more attention than men do. That's another factual point. Let me go on. Why stop? You're not making any sense. Actually, I am. I just made a point that you agreed with, but yet and still you cutting me off. Why would you do that? Because you don't want me to get the truth out. Not my truth, the truth. Just saying.
That's obvious. But the point you made was that women should not be allowed on Instagram if they're in a relationship because of the attention they get. And you're kind of saying that guys can.
He didn't say allowed on Instagram. And that dude never said, you become my girlfriend, we become serious, you can't be on IG no more. He was talking about the pictures, the sexy poses, and all of that shit. Basically the advertising. Everybody and their mama know, where do hoes go to advertise? Instagram. Everybody knows this. This ain't no fucking secret. This is not a secret. Instagram is the fucking brand new back page. You advertising for whatever private showings. I'm an Instagram model. What the fuck is an Instagram model? I'll wait. I'm a social media influencer. No, you just have a fat ass and you just keep postering and plastering the motherfucker up all over the internet and you getting simp ass niggas to click and like and send you money. Bitch, you out here hoeing. That's just what it is. It's just, Instagram ain't nothing but an online strip club. Stop me if I'm wrong. Instagram ain't shit but an online strip club for single folks. That's just what it is. Women, most of the time, women meeting motherfuckers on Instagram, women meeting motherfuckers in the club, same goddamn thing. How you meet that nigga? He hit me up in my DMs.
Women get tons of DMs. I would argue that women get, they showed a chart, Fish and Fit showed a chart on there, that women get about 50% more, twice as many messages as men get on Plenty of Fish or some of these websites, these dating websites. Now, anybody who's a mature man and every woman on planet Earth.
And hold on, let's just solidify that fact. That's on any fucking social media site, any dating site. That's on any goddamn site. Unless it's an all-male gigolo site, which there probably are a few. Other than that, if it is a regular dating site, women are getting the most attention. If it is on social media, Instagram, women are getting the most attention. If it is on Facebook, women are getting the most attention. Fuck you talking about? Why are we even arguing this? We all know this.
That has any sense will agree with me that women get a lot more attention, but it's not quality attention.
What the fuck is quality attention? Can somebody please correct me and put this definition in the chat? What the fuck is quality attention? This is the part that I'm talking about, to where I just totally was like, see, come on, B Tatum. You doing too much now, dog. They get attention, but they don't get quality attention. See? They ain't getting the quality attention. Come on now, buddy. Come on now, buddy. That's I don't even understand what the fuck that is. Quality attention. Man, attention is attention. Fuck you mean? Oh, I got a thumbs up, but I only got 4 quality thumbs up. Y'all hit the like button, but I need for y'all to hit the quality like button. Y'all can hit the share, but I need y'all to hit the quality share. Y'all please hit my Cash App and give me a quality donation. Hit my PayPal and give me a quality donation on my PayPal. The fuck you talking about, man? And here's where the simping begins. I'm just making up shit to align myself with women.
Dudes are sending nude pics. Dudes' pickup lines are terrible. A lot of them are like, "Hey, shawty, what's up? Hi, hello, what you doing tonight? You're beautiful." And women.
So now you're telling me, if with him saying that, you're now saying that a woman will not respond to a man that says in her DM, "Hey, shawty, hello, beautiful, what's up? How you doing? What that mouth do?" Let me tell you something. And I know this to be true. A man that has the right type of Instagram account, that got the right look, that has the right type of status, he can say whatever the fuck he want. Like, "I got no pickup lines. I stay on the grind. I tell these hoes all the time, bitch, get in my car. Bitch, get in. Bitch, get in my car. Let it be a fucking Lambo." Boy, you crazy. Shit, you so crazy. Boy, open up this door. Bitch, get in my car. And let it be a Rolls Royce Phantom. She in there. Fuck you talking about? See what I mean by being disingenuous? Like it ain't no bitch. You ain't never rolled up on a bitch and be like, "Bitch, give me your number." And you in a motherfucking Navigator. 773-93, 777-9311. That's exactly what a bitch gonna do. So if I hit a woman up in her DM and this motherfucking Future can say whatever the fuck he want. Drake can say whatever the fuck he want. Damn, shorty, you got a fat ass. Why don't you come suck my dick? What's your location? You about to flude me out? Where the fuck does something like that even come up? How the fuck did flued me out even become a thing? It became a thing because bitches was getting flued the fuck out. Because niggas was flying bitches in because they was wanting to fly pussy over. Yeah, bitch, I'm in your DM. Yeah, I'm in New York. You in San Diego. Here go your flight, bitch. Come land on this dick. Girl, I'm about to get my bag. I'm about to head out. A bitch goes over to Dubai to get shitted on. And she knows it. Why does she go? Because he got that bag. A man that got a bag, a man that got money can say and do whatever the fuck he wants to most women that are single and dating. He gets way more leeway than any other nigga. Black, white, Asian, don't matter. I got that bag, bitch, you gonna do what I say. Yeah, you right. You got that bag, shit. This nigga buying Birkin. Yeah, you can shit on me. They gonna take me shopping when I get to Dubai after everybody shit and piss on me for 2 days. Then they said they gonna take me shopping. And them hoes be happy going over there. Not like, damn, I gotta go over here to Dubai. Oh man, gotta play these scat games. Nope. They like, girl, I can't wait to leave next week. I'm out. And gonna be selfieing and IGing all the way there. Bitch, I booked on Emirates, bitch. What? Y'all know how we do. Come on, man. We gonna act like that don't happen? How about you go to your, let's just say, All-Star weekend in Vegas? NBA weekend? NBA All-Star weekend? You mean to tell me it ain't no hoes getting in cars, going there talking about, they had women that were actually renting U-Haul trucks to go out and drive out to Vegas, to be there for the weekend, to whore themselves out so that they can try to get an NBA baby. I'm trying to go ahead and give me some NBA dick, girl. We out here. What are you talking about? That's the truth. Go to NBA weekend or go to All-Star weekend. Go to All-Star weekend in the NBA and tell me how many motherfucking women ain't They're from out of town, not the bitches that's already there. The bitches that fly in from all over the country. Just in the hopes of possibly getting chose by some NBA player or by somebody that got money. Fight weekend, Floyd Mayweather fighting in Vegas for the weekend. All the niggas who got money going there. And what does that bring? All of the hoes, all of the bitches, all of the women, they go there. Good, we going on a girls trip. Right. You trying to look up and get pregnant by a nigga that got some money. Fuck you mean? That's the facts. That's the reality.
Women are literally not answering probably 90%, 95% of all these messages that they're getting. Nude pics, dudes pickup lines are terrible. A lot of them are like, hey, shawty, what's up? Hi, hello, what you doing tonight? You're beautiful. And women are literally not answering probably 90%, 95% of all these messages that they're getting. However, now anybody who's a mature man and every woman on planet Earth that has any sense will agree with me that women get a lot more attention, but it's not quality attention. Dudes are sending nude pics. Dudes pickup lines are terrible. A lot of them are like, hey, shawty, what's up? Hi, hello, what you doing tonight? You're beautiful. And women are literally not answering probably 90%, 95% of all these messages.
So he doubles down on stupid. He says these women that he has no fucking clue, don't know at all. He's saying that 90%, then he changes it and says 95% of them ain't even responding. But yet and still, we got plenty of bitches online talking about, yeah, these niggas be paying my phone bill. These niggas be paying my light bill. These niggas be paying my gas bill. These niggas be buying tires for my truck. These niggas be sending me money. Well, how if you're only responding to 5% of the men that are in your DM? So you're telling me that 5% of the men that are on social media are literally fluing these bitches out and sleeping with these women that are on the internet. That's exactly what he's trying to say. And we all know that's not fucking true. Number one, you don't know how many or what the percentage is of these women responding to these men. But I can tell you this. These men are responding to those men who got lit pages. These men who have status. These men that have pages where they got the cars, the clothes, they got the houses, they are responding to them. She said, play the shit button. Shit. Fuck you mean only 5% are responding? Man, bullshit. That's not even a statement to make. You have no percentages, man. You're just trying to bolster a point that you have that is not based in fact. It's just going off your feelings. I feel it, that's what you should have said. I feel only about 5% of the women. All right, them your feelings. That mean facts. Fact of the matter is plenty of women whoring themselves out on Instagram. There are plenty of women that I'm talking women by the tens of thousands that are whoring themselves out on social media. Whether they prostituting, whether they doing show, what the fuck is OnlyFans? You telling me that only 5% of them motherfuckers, only 5% of the men on OnlyFans didn't get responses? Bullshit. These women are literally quitting their jobs to work at OnlyFans. I'm an OnlyFans model. Go to my OnlyFans. What's your OnlyFans name? Deep Throat Bitch 89. What? What? Mm-hmm. Backshots chick. That's my on my OnlyFans. What's your OnlyFans name? No gag reflex Shaquita 71. Okay. What's your OnlyFans page? BBL bitch 2002. What? Right. Left third WAP 227. The fact that a song like WAP went number one had motherfucking Dolores whatever her name is, the political bitch out in LA, talking about how that's such a great song. These women are leaders. That lets you know what these hoes is doing online. What's your OnlyFans name? Camel Toe 61. What? What's your OnlyFans name? Big Booty Bitch Trudy _ Because there's another one that got the pound sign. Right, left third. Henny and a Plan B 69. Bitch, I need some Henny and a Plan B. Really? Come on, man. Maxine Waters. I said Dolores, somebody didn't. Thank you, Minor Jamal. Maxine Waters out here touting motherfucking WAP as a great song by some great black women. You telling me these bitches ain't doing this shit? Boy, please. Yeah, it's too doing this shit. You did too just say shit. Throat Baby 124. Right, y'all bring them on. Big Booty Judy 999. Man, please.
They're getting. However, on the side of the men, they may get 20 messages. If you're an attractive man, you getting blown up. Don't get me wrong. You're not getting as much as the attractive woman, but you getting blown up. I seen dudes that weren't famous and weren't really that attractive, in my opinion, have women.
And although you have an opinion on what an attractive man is, your opinion on what you consider to be an attractive man, here's a newsflash. It doesn't matter to women. And you know why? Because women are not just attracted to a man's looks. Because if that was true, here's my facts. If that was true, Flavor Flav would not have had, 3-4 seasons of Flavor of Love? If that was true, Lil Wayne would not have half of the fine women that he has had. If that was true, women do not decide to sleep with men only based on only their looks. Whereas men, we don't give a fuck, but most men prefer attractive women. Right, Biggie? I just gave you 3 examples right there. Just gave you 3 examples of 3 men that are not attractive by no stretch of the imagination. And there are plenty of women who will testify to those men not being attractive. However, they stay coochie down to the socks, rings and watch filled with rocks. Jay-Z, yes. Seal, yes, thank you. Big Pun. And he had a song saying, I'm not a player, I just fuck a lot. And the nigga was about, no bullshit, 500 pounds. And he got bitches. Fine bitches. Right, and Flav had about 13 motherfucking kids. Craig Mack, 1,000 degrees. He looked like something did hit him in the face that was 1,000 degrees. The nigga face looked like a sausage and ground beef pizza. However, black and ugly as ever. So his nigga said Sonya Boy. Soldier Boy. Come on, man. These are not attractive men. However, they have their pick, literally their pick of the most attractive women out. Gucci Mane. Come on, man. And I'm telling you, I'm not doing what you're doing, saying that these are men that I think ain't attractive. No, I'm telling you that these are men that women have come out and said flat out, that nigga ain't attractive. Anthony Mason. Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice has porn, sir. Kodak Black. I'm telling you, that's the truth. So what you're saying, well, you know, these men, they not really attractive. Shaba ranks. Ooh, Shaba. That nigga name was Mr. Loverman. Mr. Loverman. Shaba. Just saying. Just saying. I don't know about Keisha Cole getting into a fight over Birdman, because I think Birdman like them boys. What happened to that boy? I don't know if I can't go with that Birdman, because he like, what happened to that boy? After the show, it's gonna be like, boop, 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 boop. What happened to that boy? No, I mean that boy that was like standing right here. Where is he? I'm just saying, but that's a whole nother show. Just saying, look at these motherfuckers. There's plenty of dudes that women will say are not attractive, but because of who they are, they won't. They going all in. Those dudes are rich. Exactly, Long Beach. They have resources. Women, look, a woman is going to be with you because of the resources that you have, or what is something that you can do for her. That's pretty much it. If you got resources, or you got something that you can do for her benefit, there you go. Just like them niggas in what was that? Was they in Arkansas or in West Memphis or something? Them 3 dudes that had 86 fucking kids. Shout out to my man Minor Jamal, hit your boy with $10. Thank you. Says for telling the truth. It's like, come on, man. Them niggas was slanging dick. And them bitches was getting with them niggas and not just fucking them, having their children. Having these men's kids, and they knew they had 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 kids already. Well, I got the 13th and 14th, and then my girl, she fucked them too, and she got the 16th and 17th, and her cousin got the 13th. What are you talking about? A woman will lay down with an ain't shit nigga and get pregnant by that nigga. He has nothing, broke as fuck, but got dick. She's gone. Oh, it was Tennessee. 78 kids by 46 women. Fuck you mean? Ain't got nothing to do with looks. Well, he just looks so good, girl. I know he had 22 kids already, but he just looks so handsome. Nope. Them bitches was like, what that dick do? What about that dick, though? My girl Shaquita said that dick had her screaming and hollering. She passed out. I got to get me some of that, see what that do. Just saying.
On DM sending nudes and telling them to do whatever they want them to do. I had a dude at a wedding. He was ugly and had no game. And literally, I almost had to beat this guy up because he was pushing himself on a woman a little too hard. But regardless.
Okay. How often does that happen at a wedding? Is that, yeah, man, what'd you do on the weekend? Man, I had to fight 15 niggas, man, at my cousin's wedding. Why? Because they was all pushing themselves up on the women that was there. You talking about one instance, dude, of a dude you said wasn't attractive. Okay, fine. And that one chick that didn't like him, how does that prove your point? It doesn't. And I just shitted on that point.
Regardless of that, he had a girl on Snapchat just pull her chest out. Right on Snapchat at the wedding. And he called her a B and say, B, show me your you-know-what. And the girl pulled it out. He has plenty of women doing this for him. So men get a lot.
Which goes to say, and that's why I said he didn't know what the fuck he was talking about here, because then that goes to show you that a woman will do just that with any man, and it ain't just based on how he look. Women have done that based on a nigga status, a nigga got money, or a nigga got dick. I've just shitted on that point. That's the reality, not what you talking about. He looks so good, and when he said pull out your titties, she pulled them out. Yes, there are women that will do that. And there are even more that will see a nigga with some money, case in point, making it rain. How many women do that? And I ain't just talking about the strip club. You can go to a nightclub and shut the club down being in the VIP. You ain't got to look good to be in the VIP. You just got to have that bread. Come on, man. Why are you even trying to argue this point like this don't happen? That makes no sense. Just because you don't like Fresh and Fit, that's fine. But you can't knock this point that they made about women getting more attention than men and trying to classify the attention that, oh, well, they're getting quality attention. That attention that they're getting is not quality. What? Come on, man.
A lot of ridiculous attention from women. However, men are more likely to have give more attention to more women that message them. And
what the fuck point does that make? Men will give more attention to women that message them. I wonder why that is. Because men want quantity. Did he not just contradict himself? Men want quantity. So yes, they would respond to damn near all of the women in their DMs. Women, on the other hand, they want more men that they classify as being attractive, having money, having status. They will respond to all of those. What are you saying? That makes no sense in the point he's trying to make. Will one group or the other respond to every single DM? No, but they damn sure will respond to the DMs that are offering the things that they want. That's why you will have a man that will fuck an ugly bitch in his DM. Why? Because he just wanted to fuck. That's why ugly women have babies. That's why ugly women have niggas. They wanted to fuck. I don't understand what we're trying to dispute here, sir. I don't.
Any man knows this. If a woman get 100 DMs, she probably answer 9 of them.
Boy, stop.
To be honest. If a man get 20 DMs, he probably answer 10 of them.
If a woman get 100 DMs, now that just fucked up his other point he made about 95%, because 9 out of 100 is not 95%. It's 91. But whatever. If you telling me that a woman, if she gets 100 DMs and 30 of them meet her qualifications, being attractive, having money, having resources, or having status, she's still going to respond to the ones that's just giving her attention that's ugly as fucking broke just because she what? Likes the attention. Women are attention whores. First and foremost, than any other group. What are you talking about? How many women and women, if women that are watching this, if y'all could just be transparent for a second, how many men have you responded to, not just on social media, but responded to on text messages that just sends you those motivational, you're such a beautiful queen. Hey, beautiful, I just wanted to tell you hi and let you know I was thinking about you. You don't give a fuck if that nigga's ugly or not. You gonna be like, thank you. Girl, this nigga be blowing me up. He ugly as fuck and broke as fuck though, but he still be blowing me up. What are you talking about? Niggas that's in the friend zone. That dude that you ain't gonna never fuck, but yet and still, he my friend. Because all he do is what? Hold your ass up on a pedestal. You love it. Most women, 99% of, you talking percentages, 99.9% of women love the attention and they will respond to some degree. Just like that woman that got her ass killed on fucking Instagram because the dude that was sending her money, the dude that was all in her DMs, she wasn't never trying to give him no ass, but she was leading him on until he showed up. He showed up on her motherfucking ass and he killed, he killed her ass. Yes, he put on the Scottish skirt. No, but he killed her. He murdered her. Because she had been leading him on, stringing him along, all the while he's sending her money. I guess that was quality attention if you're sending money. Come on, man. That's the reality. How many women on Instagram, how many women on Facebook have gotten stalkers that have come and showed up at their house, showed up at their job, and it's been some nigga they just been stringing along. It's been just some nigga that they just taking money from. Or a motherfucker on OnlyFans who got this nigga donating to her ass and subscribed to her motherfucking OnlyFans for 6 months, then gave this bitch over $4,000 and he trying to get some pussy now and she ain't having it and the nigga kill her. That shit happens all the time. Shout out to my man Deputy Foodie, became a relationship builder. Thank you so much, sir. You are on a new level.
I'm on a new level. I'm on it. I'm on a new level. I'm on it.
That shit happens all the time. That's not even an argument to even try to dispute. You can't dispute that. How many men have gotten killed on Instagram because a woman done pulled up that she been giving him money all this time and he ain't never responded. And then when she tried to fuck, he didn't fuck her. You know why that shit don't happen? Because that nigga will fuck her. Why? Because he wants quantity. That's just what it is. So as Fresh Fit would say, at this point, this would be a great intro for Stop the Cap.
Of them. 15 of them. And that's the difference. That's the argument, that the fallacy that they made that was not true. You make a statement and a fact, but you're not telling the truth. And then one of the last arguments that they made, and they got...
What? He said you made a statement and a fact and it's not true. In what fucking book is that not true? I make a statement and a fact and it's not true? That's what this motherfucker just said. Mr. Tatum. Let me get professional. Mr. Tatum. That, sir, is impossible. It is impossible for me to make a statement and then support it with a fact and it not be true, sir. There's no way you can do that. And if you're trying to tell me that that shit is possible, then, sir, you're giving us the boom hour.
And like that, they go to boom, man. That old cow fly on. Tell you what, man, you want to get a flying cow, man, you gonna load up.
That's literally fucking gibberish. You're literally just talking now. I don't know if you tired. I don't know if it was a long day or whatever. But you had a long night. You need a nap. You made a statement and you presented the facts, but it's not true. That's that Democrat shit. That's that gender is a construct shit. That's what that is.
This ridiculous analogy of a Land Rover, right? I don't know who they must have listened to and fabricated this idea, but it doesn't make any sense.
Drive it off. You shake hands with the car dealer, sign the paperwork, pay the money, buy it cash. You're good to go. Drive it off the lot. You don't care about it losing value, whatever. This is your dream car. Take it back to your house. 2 weeks later, okay, the car dealer comes back to your place, says, "Hey, listen, man, we're kind of short on cars. We're gonna need to put a for sale sign on your car, and a couple days a week, we're gonna just need to put it on display back at the dealership, and 1 or 2 people might test drive it. Are you okay with that?" How would that make you feel?
I know the analogy you're trying to make. I own that car. I don't own my partner in a relationship, though.
Bullshit. Bullshit. Bullshit.
Okay, you dumb son of a bitch.
You dumb son of a bitch.
You are responsible to each other in a relationship. I belong to you. You belong to me. And here's something and everybody knows this about Brandon Tatum. This guy is definitely a super Christian. So he believes in God. He believes in the word of God. And with that being said, sir, is it not in the Bible that two flesh shall become one? Is it not in the Bible that a man shall leave his parents and cleave unto his wife? Is it not in the Bible that man and woman, once they are bonded in marriage, are one? How come I don't own myself? How come I don't own my wife? We own each other. What are you talking about, sir? That is totally not true. You goddamn right. He made a good analogy. I'm not gonna let somebody come. Let me break it on down for you. I get married, and then someone wants to take my wife and put her on a dating site to drive traffic on the dating site. Yeah, we want you to do live videos and we want you to come and do this on here to help drive traffic to our website. What? She's not single. Fuck you mean? Ain't nobody gonna take my wife and go, yeah, we just want to take her, man. You gonna have her be one of the bottle girls, and she gonna, not my wife. Fuck you talking about? Not gonna do it. I guarantee you that Brandon won't let his wife go be on the Fresh and Fit show as one of the girls. You goddamn right you belong to me. Fuck you talking about? That makes no sense. You do belong to each other.
They had the host come out and they said, what's your favorite car? Women ain't into cars like that. So
bullshit. Women are into cars. Ladies, in the chat, can you please post your dream car? I know my wife's. She wants actually two. She wants a Tesla and she wants the Range Rover Sport. If I hit the lottery today, I need to go buy her the Range Rover Sport and a fucking Tesla. She wants to drive the Tesla every day, and she wants to drive the Range Rover Sport when she's going out, stepping out for the night, when she's having a good time, when she wants to be super duper fly, certified fly. Women may not be motorheads. Most women may not be what do you call it? Grease monkeys. That's true. Women know a motherfucking car when they see one. They know what the fuck a Lambo is. They know what the fuck a Range Rover is. They know what the fuck a Ferrari is. They know what a fucking Corvette is. Women ain't into cars like that. Women are into cars. Especially, they're even more so into the men that drive the cars. Thank you. Lucia said Infinity. She ain't into cars. Cue something. There you go. Man, please. That makes no sense. Right, David Williams says my wife wants a Jaguar and a truck. While I'm good with my 1998 Jeep Cherokee. Grand Cherokee, there's a difference. Come on, man. A woman knows what a drop-top Corvette is. They know what a Wraith is. Or as niggas say, a Wraith. They know what a Maybach is. Fuck you talking about? I don't know what kind of car it was. Bullshit. Let it be a fucking Ferrari. They see that motherfucking lion on the side like this. Bitch like, oh, I know what that is. They see that shield. They know it's a Porsche. Yeah, how many women you know be talking about I want a motherfucking, a Panorama? Panamera. QX80. There it is. Come on, man. Like I said, they may not be grease monkeys. They may not be, oh yeah, I know they got 477 horsepower and all that. Yeah, I know that the Tesla Plaid, that's the fastest car on the street. It got the most takeoff speed. They may not be into all that. 697 horsepower. They ain't gonna know all that. But they damn sure know what a car is. They know how much ballpark a fucking Range Rover costs. They know that new Escalade is $100,000. They know what the fuck a G-Wagon is, because if they didn't, them bitches wouldn't be able to ask for it. They wouldn't just be like, go give me a truck, babe. They ain't gonna do it. They gonna be like, nigga, I want that G-Wagon, AMG, please. Please, G-Wagon me, sir. Come on, man. Right, I want a Maserati. My mama don't even drive and she want a Jaguar. Boy, stop.
She didn't have a favorite car. You know what I'm saying? She liked the one she had. She had a Range Rover. So Fresh.
Let me tell you something. I'm sorry. I gotta light these lies up. I'm sorry. She didn't have a favorite car. A Range Rover ain't no fucking Prius. A Range Rover is not a Volt. A Range Rover is not a fucking Impala. A Range Rover is not a Chevy Cruiser, a Chevy Cruze. A Range Rover is a specific car that you go and buy. If you go and get a Range Rover, you know exactly what the fuck you're getting. You don't just see a Range Rover on a fucking car lot and then be like, oh, what's that one? No, you know what the fuck a Range Rover is, because you gonna go to the Land Rover dealership to pick it out. And you know the difference between a Land Rover and a Range Rover. That ain't just no regular car. He said she got a Range Rover. That bitch wanted that car, which is why she got it. You don't just happenstance, so I got an 88 Olds. That's a car you just pick up. Yeah, I got a Chevy Malibu. I could have got the Malibu, or I could have got the fucking Impala, but the Malibu was cheaper. That's just a car you get. You got a Range Rover, a G-Wagon, a Benz, a fucking a Lexus. That's a car you specifically say, I want that. Them cars ain't just, oh, I just picked up a car this weekend. It was just happened to be a Range Rover. Yeah, if you got that money, but you know what the fuck you getting. That's bullshit, man. I can't believe that this dude is just making shit up like this, trying to negate what these dudes are saying. Dispute them with facts. Don't just make some shit up, bro. That shit is not fucking, you just being disingenuous now. Because you know good and goddamn well, if you took your wife to go get a car, she gonna know the difference between a Range Rover and a fucking Blazer. She ain't gonna be like, oh, whichever one, honey. She gonna be like, yes. I know how much money we got. We gonna spend this YouTube money. Range Rover me, please, sir. Yeah, baby, but they got this, yeah, but they got this, this Suzuki, they got this, they don't even make that car no more. They got this Suzuki Rodeo over here. It's a 98. My boy Rashawn had one, yeah, so I got this one. We can get that one. You know, that's a little cheaper, or we can get the Range Rover. It's kind of the same car. She gonna be like, Range Rover me. I done seen that ass since Range Rover. I done booked them speaking engagements, Range Rover. That's it, Suzu, you right. Suzuki make the sidekick. That's that little bitty motherfucker. Come on, man.
Get on there and say, if you bought a Range Rover, you bought it cash, it's your dream car, you take it home, and then the dealership calls you back and say, hey, do you mind if we put a for sale sign and promote your car every now and again? And he tried to make that as an equivalence to women posting their bodies on Instagram. Now, mind you, you bought the car with cash. It's an inanimate object.
It's still something that you own and that you consider to be a possession. That's your possession. And all that shit about women are not things, they're people. Bullshit. You still possess it. You still want it. It's yours. When I say I'm married, that's my wife. Mine. Not, oh, we're a married couple. That's my wife. Fuck you talking about. And when she say husband, she say that's my husband. Which basically establishes possession. The word my, mine, ours. That establishes possession. Plain and simple. Y'all can try to, we're not property, whatever. It's mine. She's mine. She's mine. I'm hers. She's mine. Facts. My children. They're mine. Fuck you mean? They're just little people. They're my little people. They mine. I own my kids. I pay for them. They own my insurance. I buy them all the shit that they need. I provide a roof over their head. Yep, that's my job, but I do it. They're mine, which is why my kids gonna do what the fuck I say. Not what some person down the street says. Not what the person across the street says. They're gonna do what I say because they my kids.
You own the car. You pay insurance for the car. You signed a contract and an agreement.
He said insurance. How many of your wives are on your insurance? My wife was the only reason why my wife is technically not on my insurance is because of our job will not allow it. We work at the same company and they won't allow it. That's the only reason why. My previous job, when I worked at Best Buy, my wife was on my insurance. Her medical insurance, I paid it. Before my wife worked at the same place I worked at, I paid her insurance. Her medical, she went to the doctor, my dime. My children, my insurance. What are you talking about? So there's your insurance argument. The next argument was what?
That the car belongs to you. You own it. That's in their bodies on Instagram. Now, mind you, you bought the car with cash. It's an inanimate object. You own the car. You pay insurance for the car. You signed a contract and an agreement.
Is a marriage license not a contract? Christian man, right? Is that not a contract? Is it not a binding agreement? Is it not a marriage license? Is it not a legal document? Yes. What are you talking about? Do you have to pay for a marriage license? They're not free. I don't care if they cost $40. They're not free. So you have to pay for it. You have, and I'm just saying, legal standing with that contract. Marriage is a contract. It's a legal binding agreement. Now hold on. Let's go on over to the Bible side of the thing. Let's go on to the Bible side, to the Lord's side. Is it not a fact that marriage is a till death do us part agreement? You are to marry your wives and cling to your wives. You are to love your wife as though Christ loved the church. That means I'm willing to die for it. Is that not a contract? God does not want you to get divorced. That is against God, the principle of the Bible. They don't, no divorce till death do you part. That's basic Bible 101. I'm just saying. And this dude is always touting his Christianity and touting his belief and his faith in God. And he knows this, which is why I said he's disingenuous. You know better. And I know that damn for damn sure he looks as his wife as, yes, we partners and all that, but yeah, you belong to me. I'm the man, you the woman. Hey, the pecking order goes God, Jesus, me, you, kids. What are you talking about? Yes, we are bonded. We are binded. We are intertwined. We are one. We are one. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, bow, bow. We are one. Do you think he'll have a debate with you on this? Probably not. But I'm just talking facts. That's all I'm saying. And my thing is this. You may not agree with Fresh and Fitz with all of their points, but the shit that they talking about that's fact, yes. What he said about I feel that a woman is cheating if she put herself on Instagram, I didn't agree with that. That's not cheating. That's disrespect. That's being you're making your husband, you're making your person that you're in a serious committed relationship with look bad by you portraying yourself as still being available. Women advertise themselves when they showing their titties, showing their ass, showing their bodies. That's advertisement. That's why in some countries and in some religions, women can't even display their body parts because they consider that to be enticing to and advertising to a man. That's why they wear those. Are they called burqas or hijabs? They can't even show their hair because some men find hair attractive. I like long hair, don't care. I do. I love my wife with her hair. That I be like, yeah, baby, I see you over there with the long hair, don't care, girl. I like it. William Green said, but Myron's analogy wasn't just speaking on just marriage. That's why it falls short. Nope, he was speaking on committed relationships. Same thing. A committed relationship. The only difference between marriage and a committed relationship is marriage is ordained by God. It is a Christian belief. It is a Christian thing. That's it. Marriage is from the Bible. Marriage is from the Bible. That's what that is. So yeah. Just saying. Committed relationship, same thing. Everybody ain't Christians and everybody don't believe in getting married. People can just say, hey, we are together, we bonded to each other, and we ain't gonna be with nobody else. That's it. Same thing. That's why I was against gay marriage, because that's against Christianity. That's not in the Bible. It says in the Bible specifically, man should not lay with man. So therefore, in the Bible, based on Christian belief, which marriage is, it's a no-go. Now, should they be able to, in America, should they be able to have a civil union and have the same rights and privileges as a marriage? Absolutely. It's America, goddammit. Home of the free, land of the brave, home of the free, land of the brave. Do what the fuck you want to do, pretty much, as long as you ain't hurting nobody else physically. That's what it is.
That the car belongs to you, you own it. That's a completely different scenario than your relationship with a woman.
Nope.
You don't pay insurance for your woman. You
do.
None of that stuff is it's not a.
You do. I bet you right now, Brandon, and congratulations to Brandon because he just had a baby a little while ago. I guarantee you right now his wife is on his insurance. If she gets hit by another car or gets hit by a car, his insurance is gonna pay for her medical benefit, her medical medical bill. What are you talking about? The analogy was all right. It was. All of the things that men are supposed to do, you provide a house, you pay for the house, you buy food, you provide food and all that kind of stuff that you do. You pay insurance. That's the exact same thing you do with a car. You pay for the maintenance and upkeep of your vehicle. You pay insurance on your vehicle. You may even have to pay a car note on your vehicle that you pay monthly. It's the same thing. Even R. Kelly connects a woman to a car. It's the remix to Ignition, hot and fresh out the kitchen. Mama rolling that body, got every man in here wishing. Sipping on coke and rum. Shout out, free R. Kelly. God damn it.
Inanimate object. You can't make that comparison. And they made it anyway, and it was a false equivalence.
Not true.
Also, they made a claim to say at the very end is that it is okay for men to cheat on women on Instagram, and it's not okay for women in the same relationship to have options and cheat. They said it out of their own mouth. The very first clip that I posted, and the lady said, "Are you serious? You saying that men can be on Instagram and have all of these options and essentially cheat, and women can't do that?"
Now, here's my thing. Like I said before, the whole thing about a man being on Instagram and showing his body parts and all of that kind of stuff, it's the same thing. He's doing it for attention. He's doing it for that purpose, and therefore he's advertising himself, which I do not believe is correct, and I don't believe that that's right. But when you're talking about men sleeping with other women, as I said before, it's biologically men and women, the human race, it's designed that way. Even in the Bible, you can have multiple wives. David sure did. King Solomon sure did. Just saying. Let's go to reality in today's world. Most women share a man at some point, one point or another in their life. Not by marriage, but at some point, most women have shared the same man, knowingly or unknowingly. That's the reality. That is the reality. So, in the construct of marriage in the United States, they don't. Take your ass over to the Middle East. Hop on over from Christianity and hop over to Islam. Elijah Muhammad. Multiples. Our construct, as far as in the United States, don't allow for you to legally have multiple wives, but damn sure the majority of women have at one point or another shared the same man. That's the reality. So yes, men and women do share partners. Knowingly or unknowingly. It does happen. Not justifying it, but that's the reality of it. You can't deny it.
Because men and women are different. It is completely an asinine argument.
Oh man, good point. Yes, Dre Samuel made another great point just to hit the Christianity side of this. Adultery, according to the Bible, is when a married woman sleeps with a man that is not her husband. Adultery, according to the Bible, is when a married woman sleeps with a man that is not her husband. Henceforth, that's why men were allowed to have concubines. Yes. Just saying.
For people that say you didn't watch the interview, brother, I know how they operate. I was not born yesterday. I was a broken man at one point too when I was younger. And
there they go with that broken shit. Every time a man has a different opinion than what a woman thinks or feels, now that man is broken. Now he's been hurt. Now everybody done been hurt. Everybody hurt. That don't mean that I'm not telling the truth. That doesn't mean that I'm not spitting facts. Just because I was hurt, I can't have a fucking opinion. I can't think different. That's bullshit.
They had all these negative thoughts about women. And then when I began to make more money, and then when I got married, I started really waking up to the fact that, well, wait a minute. I'm coming from a place of lack. I'm coming from a place of hurt. I'm coming from a place of insecurities. This is why I think this way about women. It's not the women.
Bullshit. You coming from a place of lack, that's on you. You coming from a place of hurt, that's on you. However, the behavior of women today, are you serious? Look at Suki Hana. Case point proven. Women are having slut walks. What are you talking about? These women have this mentality of, I ain't getting married. I'm just out here fucking. I'm just having hot girl summer. I'm going through my hoe phase. What does that have to do with a hurt man? A hoe phase? The fuck is that? This is so disingenuous. And you talking about you've been around and you know this, you've seen this, and you can do this. Man, acknowledge what's real out here and what the truth is. I'm a married man, and I know that these women out here are whoring themselves out and whoring themselves around on a consistent basis. That's why marriage is at what percentage? And we ain't gonna even talk about black men and black women getting married. 1 out of 4? Shout out to Kevin Samuels. 1 out of 4? If 1 out of 4 black women are getting married, not just the black men just getting married, period. 1 out of 4, that's 25%. What do you think the other 75% are doing? Fucking. I guess they must have been hurt too. I guess they must be broken. Then that would mean we all are, wouldn't it, sir? We're all in the same boat. So therefore, your point, and you trying to make that be a point, it is a moot point. It doesn't matter compared to what he's saying about the behavior of men and women. A man who is sleeping around with other women, he needs what to do that? Other women. Come on, man.
There's plenty of good women in the world. You're just not finna go to a Miami club and find these women. There's plenty of great men in the world, but you're not finna necessarily find them in these situations where good men are not gonna be in.
So, by his logic, shout out to my brother, shout out to Tommy Sotomayor. By his logic, any of you women that have been to a club in Miami, y'all know he just said y'all ain't shit. Y'all ain't good women. You ain't got to be in the club hoeing. You ain't got to be in the club hoe phasing. You ain't got to be in the club stripping. The fact that you go to a club in Miami as a woman, you're not a good woman. So basically, every woman that has been into the clubs in Miami or any clubs across the globe, those are not good women and they just totally cannot be married. So that would say, by his logic, his wife has never been to a club. Whether it be Miami, Las Vegas, Chicago, San Diego. By his logic, that's what he's saying. And then he's also trying to imply that Fresh and Fit only meet women in the club. Nope. They actually meeting them on Instagram. They're actually meeting, those women are in their DMs. How about that? Just saying, man. I mean, let's call a thing a thing. Stop me when I'm lying. That's all I'm asking. Hey, you just told a lie right there, bro. Stop me, please.
And I could give a whole channel of relationship advice, but man, Fresh and Fit are completely out of control. Now, we live in America, man. You can post whatever you want. You can have people follow you. I don't care. But if you ask me, I think they're destructive towards young men. They're literally leading young men astray.
Now, I'm okay with him making that statement, but then I would ask for you to tell me exactly how these guys are leading men astray. When you can clearly see the super chats, if you go to their show, you can see in the super chats, you can see in the messages in the chat, you can see them saying, hey, man, you changed my life. Hey, man, you helped me with my relationship. Hey, man, you helped me in how I interact and treat women. Hey, man, my life has been so much better since I have with the things that I've learned from you about men and women. Not everything that they say should be taken to the bank. But obviously, if they have a following that big, obviously, if they have that many people that are giving personal testimonies, God damn it, man, they got to be doing something right. I'm just saying. And my thing would be, and what is so surprising that Brandon is doing this, it would be the same thing to say that you are leading black people astray. Your whole blexing movement is leading black people astray. No, that's bullshit. Nobody can say. That's why when people be talking about him and Candace Owens are grifters, I be like, man, that's bullshit. They should be able to say what the hell they want. It's their opinion, and you can clearly see how many people have said, man, based on what you've said, what you've done, what you've spoken, the videos that you've created, the content that you made, the content that Candace have made, and all of the other people that are talking the way that you talk. You have made me think different. You've changed my outlook. You've changed my political view. And not everybody has come and turned into a Trump supporter, but they damn sure have been much more conscious when it comes to who they vote for and how they vote. You really like just capping for what reason? I have no idea. But it's like, come on, dude. If you gonna say that about them, then what people are saying about you is true. And that's not true. You have helped reshape how black folks look at politics in America, across the world. You wouldn't have 1-point-something million followers if you didn't. Obviously, somebody like what the hell you saying. Obviously, something about what you're saying is true. Come on, man. Give these guys the same credit. Just because you don't believe everything they say or you disagree with it, disagree with some facts. Don't just make up shit and say, yeah, y'all leading motherfuckers astray, man. No, that's bullshit, dude.
They're building this misogyny against women, the hatred and vitriol against women, making relationships completely transactional. Relationships are not transactional. Bad relationships are transactional. Relationships you should not be partaking in are transactional.
Not only are relationships transactional, but relationships are conditional. Let me say that again. Not only are relationships transactional, but relationships are more so conditional. So when you hear people talking about, you supposed to give me unconditional love, that's bullshit. And shout out to Tommy and Shodo Nation. I learned that. And when Tommy said it, it made absolutely perfect sense. There is no such thing as two humans having unconditional love. Nope. There's a condition to it. The condition that you are faithful, the condition that you are truthful, the condition that we are committed to each other. Those are conditions. Because if that was the case, I could do whatever the fuck I want and you still gonna love me unconditionally. We still gonna be together unconditionally. Nope. There are conditions to relationships. Period. There are transactions. I do this. I give you this. You give me that. I give you security and I give you protection. You give me love. You give me sex. I give you love. I give you. That's a transaction. I give you love, honor, and respect. You give me love, honor, respect. I give you confidence and support. You give me confidence and support. Fuck you mean it ain't transactional? It absolutely is. That is a transaction. I give you something, you give me something. The barter system. Just because it's not tangible doesn't mean that there's no transaction. I give you words of affirmation, you give me attention. I give you words of affirmation, you give me words of affirmation. I tell you how beautiful you are and how much and how wonderful you are and that you can do anything and I love you so much, baby. You the best thing that ever happened to me. You tell me the same thing. That makes me feel good. I make you feel good. One of the biggest things I've always said about relationships is that it is your job to take care of each other. I'm going to take care of you. You're going to take care of me. That is a transaction. Now, the things that you value and what's important to you, that is all to be discussed based on who you are as a person and based on the boundaries and the parameters of your relationship. Just like with friends. Keep it 100 with me, homie. We're friends based on the condition that we don't fuck each other over. We don't lie to each other. We don't steal from each other. There's a back and forth. Absolutely transactional. Absolutely conditional. I do this relationship shit. Facts. You can go back and look at my channel and you will see the first maybe 30, 40, 50 videos of mine, relationships. All kind of nuggets, all kind of keys to relationships that work. I just took it a step further and went into how we relate to each other beyond a intimate relationship, beyond a man and woman sexual relationship, beyond those things. How we relate to each other in the community, how we relate to each other as cousins and uncles and aunties and fathers and mothers. I've taken it a little bit further, how we relate to those people that are in our community, the police, the firemen, the politicians. That all matters. Hence the relationship rehab. Thank you. Shout out, hence the guru. The guru and the whore about relationships. So yes, absolutely transactional.
But like a marriage, brother, I'm married. I'm happily married. I rolled the red carpet out for my wife. What? Like, that's not simping. It's because insecure men, for whatever reason they've been hurt, they're afraid to get hurt again. That's why they hold back and they're like, well, I'm going to give you this and you owe me this. It's not about that.
I don't know why this right here, I'm gonna tell you straight out. This is a woman talking point. This is a female talking point. This is definitely a female talking point. This is the shit that women say. You must have been hurt. We are all products of our environment. We have all been hurt in some shape, form, or fashion. So me being hurt is different than you being hurt. I've been hurt before. I'm sure he's been hurt before. I'm sure everybody in the chat has been hurt before. Not just by a significant other, a loved one, uncle, auntie, cousin, friend, business partner. Feelings. We are humans. We have emotions. We have feelings. Those get hurt. Why is that a point of contingency to say, well, that's why you talking like this, because you've been hurt and you ain't got past your hurt. You still immature. No. If every time I saw you, I walked up to you and before I said a word to you, I slapped you in the face the first time, come and do it the second time. If by the third time you ain't putting up a hand block or getting on guard, it's something wrong with your ass. You just supposed to forget that and think I ain't gonna hit your ass again when I've done it twice before? No. Women are hurt more than men. Yeah, see, I got trust issues because I've been hurt before. I have a baby by a man, but I ain't getting married because I'm just not ready to go there yet. The same way men get hurt is the same way women get hurt. We've all been hurt. We've both been hurt. What are you talking about? You can't be in a relationship with someone and not get your feelings get hurt in some shape, form, or fashion. Somebody's going to always say something or do something that's going to hurt your feelings, whether it's your coworker or whether it's your baby mama or whether it's your wife. You roll out the red carpet for your wife, but I guarantee you, you have hurt your wife's feelings before, and she has hurt your wife's your feelings before. Does that mean you hurt? You see, Brandon talking like he talking because he been hurt before. No, that's a part of relationships. Why is that a point of contention? Is a woman insecure when she is possessive of her man? Possibly, depending on what the root of her possessiveness is. She might have abandonment issues. Like that shit don't happen. She may have trust issues. She may want to see and know every place, every little step you take. She might have the Bobby Brown syndrome because before, when she was just blindly trusting and wasn't verifying, she got mistreated. What are we talking about here? And that's understandable. That doesn't mean that what I'm saying isn't true.
It's about the fact that two people got into a committed relationship and we're both going to work our butts off to make each other happy. And we have different roles in accomplishing that. We have different love languages, but we are both pursuing this thing. And Fresh and Fit, and I'm gonna say this and I'm done because this video is much longer than I want it to be. They act like,
and the reason why that video is much longer than you wanted it to be is because you weren't making clear and concise points. You was just literally making shit up to try to bolster your point, which is not cool. You better than that, Brandon. Just saying.
I protect you. A woman want protection. A woman want a man to take care of them. A woman want a man to be a breadwinner. That's not like a achievement. That's what you're supposed to do. What other way are you operating? That's like telling your kid, well, I feed you every day. I put a roof over your head. That's what you're supposed to do. You don't get a pat on the back because you feed your kids.
That's true. You don't. That's your job. Just like men want what? Cooperativeness. Shout out to Kevin Samuels. We want women to be pleasant, to be caring, to be nurturing, catering, loving, sex, and food. Just like women want protection, security. My wife wouldn't be with me if she knew we could go somewhere and some shit could go down and I ain't gonna protect her. My wife know good and goddamn well I'll shoot a motherfucker for her. Because I ain't gonna let nobody fuck with her because I'm a man and I know that if you fuck with her, you'll definitely fuck with me. What are you talking about? Absolutely. Ain't no woman gonna be with me and the motherfucker think that she gonna get her ass. No, she ain't gonna be safe. She don't feel safe with me. Why would she be with me? It's like those are the things, those are the roles in the relationship. Those are roles in the relationship. It's like, yes, I'm supposed to provide. I'm supposed to protect. If I can't provide, and a lot of men make this mistake, let me go ahead and do some relationship rehabbing real quick. A lot of men make this mistake. If you are not in a position to financially take care of a woman, you should not be in a relationship. Facts. You should not. If you are not in a position to where you cannot provide for your family, not for your family, but just for your woman, damn yo, we ain't talking about kids and nothing like that. If you are not in a position where you can provide for you and your wife, your girlfriend, your boo thing, your baby, your schmooby wooby. I just made that up. Then you are not ready to be in a relationship. If you don't have a financial, if you don't have enough finances to where you can provide a home and take care of your family, to feed your girl, to feed your family, feed yourself, clothe, you should not be getting married. Now, marriage is for broke people, but marriage is for broke people that's working together. I make $40,000, you make $32,000. Let's get together. We got together $72,000. That's what marriage is for. Broke people to combine their resources. That's what you're supposed to do. Just saying. That's why I say for women, what you need to do so that you can be in a position, you ain't got to go out and make six figures. Nope. But a woman should always be in a position to where she can, at bare minimum, with no children, she should be able to provide for herself shelter, food, and clothing. She should be able to clothe herself, she should be able to feed herself, and she should be able to live in her own space, period. At bare minimum, whatever that is, whatever type of lifestyle you want to live, you should be able to do those three things for yourself, period. Because if you can't, you ain't ready for a relationship. You're not. Well, we in school. Wait till you graduate, bitch. Well, man, I'm about to make it. Wait till you make it, nigga. Fuck you mean? Men and women should not get together. If you broke and y'all both making $22,000 a year, that $22,000 can give you food, clothing, and shelter, then y'all should get together. Because she should have a job where she making $22,000. If that's enough to provide her food, clothing, and shelter, cool. Women make that mistake all the time, and men do too. All you doing is slinging dick, and then you get mad when you don't have a say-so in the household because your girl is a hairdresser and she making all the goddamn money. Hell no, you don't get to tell her how to spend the money she making and she bringing in when you ain't bringing in nothing. All you got is dick on the table. That's great, but y'all don't need to be living together. Y'all don't need to be together like committed in a committed relationship like that. No, because you don't have any leverage. You're not bringing anything of substantial value to the relationship. She can get dick anywhere. Big ones, small ones, short ones, fat ones. It don't matter. If there's one thing a woman, no matter how ugly she is, no matter how fat or how skinny she is, if there's one thing a woman will never ever have to worry about getting, it's dick. She can be in a wheelchair, somebody fucking her. She can be on crutches, somebody fucking her. She can be a quadriplegic, somebody's fucking her. She can't feel it, but I can. That's just what that is. Whether your dick is good or whether it ain't, she can get dick no matter what. Dick is at every turn, every corner, every step she take, every move she makes, every smile she fakes, every breath she takes. Dick is watching you. So can't you see? Dick is always free. With every move you make, dick is always in place. Dick is everywhere. So just because you bringing good dick, devil dick, thick dick, just because you bringing that to the table, that don't give you leverage. That may give you a little bit of power, a little bit of control, because you may gonna say, ooh, but that's only to a degree. That's only to a degree that you will have that leverage. Now, when you got that money, when it's your house, when you paying that mortgage, when you got that money where you can say, hey, I can go live on my own, goddammit, and be living good. Now you got a little more leverage. Now you can be in that hierarchy of saying, hey, the man of the house is the head of the house, king of the castle, no matter where the fuck you at. That's why men don't go live with no woman. Y'all, she got an apartment, you got an apartment, motherfucker, go get you an apartment, go get y'all bigger apartment together. We gonna move in this motherfucker. Put me on that lease. That's just what that is. It doesn't matter. That's some shit that's always gonna be there. That's why I say, men, get your shit together first before you go and move in, get into a committed relationship or a serious relationship, or have a baby with a woman.
You don't get a pat on the back because you have a house for them to live in. You're the one that gave birth to them. You're the one that decided to have kids. You have an obligation to take care of your kids.
Absolutely.
You don't get to say, kudos to me. I'm a good mom. I'm a good dad because I'm taking care of you like I'm supposed to.
But here's my thing. Don't we do that to women? A woman that ain't graduated from high school, don't have a job, ain't taking care of herself, but is living off the state, got 3, 4, 5 kids, ain't doing shit for them. We call her a queen. She's a queen. She's a queen to be. A queen to be forever. She has no job and does whatever. She's lazy and she's tired. She has plenty infections and she uses no discretion. Her fucking's for hire. She's a queen to be a lazy bitchin'. I'm just telling you, we call her a queen. You can't disrespect her. She trying. She doing the best she can. She ain't doing shit. She literally laid on her back, had a baby, and now she has food, clothing, and shelter, all provided by the state, thanks to Title IV. And Lyndon Baines Johnson, punk ass. And the Congress that voted that shit in. And that's it. Instantly. Food, clothing, and shelter just by having a baby. So no, he shouldn't get a pat on his back. But yet and still, we pat women on the back. We salute. Just watch how this thing about it. And shout out to all the mothers. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. All the mothers that get kudos, get flowers, get all this kind of shit because they just a mother. They ain't got to be a good one. Ain't got to be a responsible one. And damn sure don't have to be an accountable one just because she a mama. What about all the women every fucking holiday season? All of the women that got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12 kids get free Christmas gifts for their kids. Why? Because they had babies. No other reason. No other reason. Y'all remember when Steve Harvey sent that woman she went to college and graduated and had 3 kids. Steve Harvey bought this bitch an all expense paid vacation for doing what the fuck she's supposed to do. So we do that for women, but we ain't supposed to do it for men. Men don't ever get credit for doing the job they supposed to do. It's expected. But for women, we pat them on the back, we salute them, we praise them, and put them up on the highest pedestals just because they've had a child. Just because they're on a state-funded fucking free meal ticket. That's bullshit. So just like you talk about a man and what he's supposed to do, the same shit should come for a woman. But we don't do that in this society now, do we? You can't talk about no woman who's no single black mother. You can't talk about no single mother. She out here, she trying to make it. She should be saluted. She should be taken care of. She should be protected. Well, how much more motherfucking protection do you get? You don't see nobody touting and saluting the women that don't do that. That woman right now that's in school studying her motherfucking books, ain't got no kids, ain't laid up with no thug ass nigga, but she's trying to make a career for herself. She don't get no fucking salutes. She don't get no all expense vacation, paid vacation because she graduated. She don't get shit. If anything, she'll get talked about. Girl, you ain't had no kids yet. You 27. Well, I want to get married. Girl, what the fuck you waiting on? When you gonna give me some grandkids? Well, I don't even have a boyfriend, mama. Well, you fucking, ain't you? Yeah, but I'm not serious like that. Shit. It'll dry up if you ain't using it. But that's okay? No.
Same thing in relationships. Oh, you owe me because I put my life on the line, and you don't have to put your life on the line. Well, no, that's the position of a man.
You goddamn right you owe me. You owe me some motherfucking respect. You owe me some fucking honor. You owe me some motherfucking respect, and you owe me some that my life, knowing that my life will be on the line first. If a motherfucker bust up in this motherfucker right now, they gonna get devastated. You goddamn right that means something. Loyalty, respect, honor. I put my life on the line for my family. You goddamn right that deserves something. Loyalty, respect, and honor. And that's the problem with a lot of fucking women today. Women will love to get together and talk shit about their man, but the minute some shit go down, who they looking to? Who they gonna call? My husband. You goddamn right. You gonna want me coming down the street like when the niggas in your neighborhood. Ow, he about to break in. Call your husband when you at the club and a nigga grab your ass. Oh, who you gonna call? My boyfriend. I ain't scared of no folks. That's what the fuck you better. You gonna call your husband, call your man. I ain't scared of no folks. Y'all know nothing about them GDs. Shout out to the 12 Deuce. They what? Low down bitch. Man, come on. That does deserve something. Just think. I provide a house. I provide living conditions in a good fucking neighborhood. We living good. We can do pretty much the majority of what we want. Ain't nobody hungry. Ain't no mother. The heat is on. The lights is on. The internet is working. And you talking shit about me? Girl, fuck that nigga. That nigga better do this, girl. I ain't nobody studying that motherfucker. That's the problem with women today. Because they so used to getting free shit like child support. They used to getting free shit like Section 8. They used to getting free shit like fucking WIC. And used to getting free shit like food stamps. That's why they talk shit. And it's our women that do it the worst. Be the first motherfucker to call a nigga ain't shit nigga. Be the first motherfucker to be like, girl, fuck that nigga. Girl, I ain't worried about that nigga. Girl, that nigga ain't shit. Girl, that nigga need to get his shit together. Oh, that motherfucker gonna do this, but he ain't gonna do that. Oh, that mother, I don't know who the fuck he think he is. He's the motherfucker that's providing you the house you living in, bitch. He's the motherfucker who's putting that food in that refrigerator you eating, bitch. He's the motherfucker that's showing up and showing out every day for your kids that he taking care of, and for his kids and your kids you done had by another nigga, bitch. That's who the fuck he is. You goddamn right he deserves something. At the very least, your fucking mouth being shut. Women need to, let me be even more specific. Our black women need to learn how to keep their fucking mouths off their man that's taking care of their ass. You may not be living in the best house, bitch, but you living in a house. How about this? You want to talk shit about your man, you want to tell your man this, your man that, your man ain't this, your man ain't that, then you should be living on your own. Why you with him? I tell a motherfucker in a minute, don't do me no favors. Shit. Fuck you mean? Don't do me no favors. At the end of the day, I can not only take care of myself, I can take damn good care of myself. So yes, I expect to have a woman. Yes, I expect to have a girlfriend. Yes, I expect to have a wife that respects the fact of what I bring to the table. Abso-fucking-lutely. And women today will try to talk shit about that. Girl, he only make $44,000. How much you make? 49. Well, bitch, goddamn. That makes no sense whatsoever. If you with a man that you talking shit about constantly and you living there with him, you the fucking fool. If you talking shit about your husband, you talking shit about your boyfriend, you talking shit about your baby daddy, you talking about shit about your nigga, and you living with him, he paying the rent. Now, if he broke, that's on you. What you laying up with a broke ass nigga for? Obviously, you like it. Or is it that you just like the position that you have? Is it that you like to have the power over that nigga? Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. You want your man to be able to take care of you. You want your man to be able to provide a better life for you. Then you need to be very careful at the type of man you decide to lay down with and who you decide to walk down the aisle with, who you decide to Netflix and chill with. You should be way more selective than what you is now. If you can't say amen, say ouch, as they say in the old church. How you gonna be them picked a nigga, laid up with that nigga, living with that nigga, got kids by that nigga, and you the one that steady talking shit about that nigga. But you there every day. Obviously, if you talking that much shit about him, you should be able to provide a much better life for yourself by yourself then. So what you there for? Like we said earlier, dick is abundant. Dick is everywhere. Just saying.
I'm supposed to put my life on the line for you. There's no other choice.
True.
And with that privilege, I get privileges for that. And a woman don't have to put her life on the line, relatively speaking, and she get privileges with that. You know what I'm saying? You know,
how does that make sense? But women should put themselves on their lives on the line when the man ain't there and it comes to protecting their children. But bitches don't do that, do they? How many kids then got fucked up, fucked over, fucked on, and fucked around because a woman won't put themselves in harm's way for their children? How many women have let their children be molested, be raped, be abused, be beat up, murdered because they won't stand in harm's way for their children? That's what you're supposed to do, ain't it? If it's man, women, and children, and you get the privileges and benefits of being that woman, shouldn't you be able to stand in the gap for that child? Shouldn't you be able to put your life on the line for that child when that father ain't there? But we don't hold them accountable for that, do we? A woman can leave a house with her kids in it and burn up alive. And you know what they're going to say? Oh, that mother is so sad. Let a man do that shit. What kind of father is that? What kind of man is that? You just leave. There's a video of a man who was at a dealership with his children, and he's at the dealership buying a car for his wife, and a shootout occurs. He throws his children down on the ground and he lays on top of them. Literally, a bullet goes right over his head and hits the couch and goes over his head. He's a hero. Would a woman do that? Should a woman do that? Abso-fucking-lutely.
if you want a child, you need a woman. You can't, your legacy depends on a woman. Like, men, it's real. I'm telling you, it's a bunch of hurt men that are coming out like this. If you want a legacy, you want your family name to proceed, you need a woman to go through 9 months in turmoil to give birth to the legacy that you want. How dare you act as if it's transactional?
That's true, but it is transactional, because that same legacy that I want, that same pregnancy that I want my wife to go through and to carry my child to term and eat right, take care of my kid, absolutely. And you know what that transaction is? While you pregnant and before and after you pregnant, I protect you. I provide for you. What are you talking about? That is a transaction. While you pregnant, we were just talking about this the other day. When my wife was pregnant with my daughter, she was at church. And we up and she's going around for offering. And my wife I was at church serving. And my wife had just came to church after me, but she was so pregnant. She was like damn near 9 months. But she couldn't bend over to tie her shoes, and her shoes weren't tied. And the pastor called out and said, you couldn't even tie your shoe? And everybody was laughing. It was funny. It was so cute though. But I went and tied her shoe. That's what I'm supposed to do. She's carrying my child, couldn't tie her shoe. You goddamn right. I went and tied her shoe. I take care of her. I take care of her while she's carrying my children. I take care of her when she ain't carrying my children. I take care of her because she's caring for my children, which is my legacy. Goddamn right. That's transactional, though. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I have that expectation, and she should have that. I have the expectation for her to take care of herself and to take care of our child, and she has the expectation for me to take care of her and to take care of our child. Goddamn right.
Only. But anyway, I could talk about this for 10 hours. This little setup I have is easy for me to talk. I can talk all.
And that's pretty much the end of that. But I'm just saying, when you're talking about what's going on and what the roles and responsibilities are, yes, you do have different roles and different responsibilities, but you also have obligations to each other, and those obligations are give and take. There is no such thing as a 50-50 relationship. I've said that in my earlier videos on my channel. You can go look at those. There ain't no such thing as a 50-50 relationship. Nope. We got jobs, we got roles and responsibilities. I make sure the mortgage is paid. I make sure everybody's safe. I make sure that there's food, everybody can eat. That's my job. If I lost my job today and couldn't provide for my family, y'all motherfuckers out there on them streets, y'all better watch the fuck out. Because y'all about to have a diabolical motherfucking criminal on y'all hands. Because at the end of the day, my kids gonna eat, my kids will have shelter, and my wife and my family will be protected at all costs. And the last thing you would ever want is for a nigga like me to be out there in them streets, because I will be ruthless. I will be unforgiving, because I will rather deal with the elements in the street than to deal with my children crying of hunger. I would rather deal with them niggas out there and the victims out in the streets, the trouble and the danger that the streets will provide. I will take that on as opposed to coming back to my wife and she has no house. She has no home. She has no roof over her head. Won't ever happen as long as I got breath in my body. I'll be driving for the cartel, goddammit. I'll be working for the cartel. Or I'll be out here on these streets committing me some robberies with arms, baby. My children will never go hungry as long as I have breath in my body. My wife will never not have a place to lay her head, will never be in a situation where she is not safe as long as I have breath in my body. And even if I die, and I ain't dying no time soon because she gonna get a fat ass motherfucking check. Nope. Ain't gonna need no GoFundMe for old B Red if I check out. Ain't gonna need that. She gonna live good. Exactly. Like I'm John Q and these motherfuckers. My son's gonna live. Sick. Help. John Q. Denzel was like, fuck that. My son is gonna live. And you know what she was like? She had that expectation. Do something, John. Do something. John was like, I got you. We done sold all our shit. And they ain't put this nigga on the list. Oh, we gonna get on the list today. Sick. Help. Shit. Nigga said not drugs on YouTube. Shit. Shit. Boy. Trust and believe. The streets was a choice. Me not being in them streets was a choice. Let it have been my only option. Let it come to that. Boy, please. As smart as I am, nigga, come on here now. You ain't gonna catch me robbing no gas station. I'm gonna hit that Brinks truck. I'm gonna be out here like Val Kilmer and them in heat. But That's what fatherhood is. That's what being a man is about. That's part of our makeup. That's part of our job. We will lay down our lives for our children and our family. That's what we're supposed to do. You're right. But there is a give and take with that. There is a transaction with that. Oh, okay. I got you, Nikki. I ain't seen ambulance. I got it downloaded. I'm gonna watch it. But that's pretty much what I wanted to just drive home. My thing is this, and I'll wrap this up and get on out of here. Because we coming up on what, 3 hours? Yep. Let me get on out of here. You may not like Fresh and Fit. You may not like the way that they serve up what it is that they're serving. You may not like their presentation. You may not like their harshness. You may not like it, but you cannot deny the facts. The majority of the shit that they say is true. Even the people when they talked about Kevin Samuels, the majority of the shit that he said was true. Granted, he got it from Tommy, but the shit was true. The shit was true. It just was. That's how it goes. And the thing is, when you're talking about women and their delusion, just like he would always point out, you get the majority of women trying to go after and expect to get the 10% of men that meet that criteria that they want. That's delusional. Old bitches wanting to, that like, even with Kevin Samuels, I didn't understand and didn't like that whole high value man shit, because it's that really doesn't, I didn't jive with it too tough, because it was a thing of it being what it is that a man has and brings to the table. That is relative to basically what a woman may want. Excuse me. That's just, it's all relative. So it's like, I don't have to make 6 figures to be of value to a woman. I don't. But every woman should not expect to have a man that makes 6 figures, because it's a very small percentage of men that do that. It's a very small percentage of black men that do that. So why would you have that expectation? That's stupid. But that's what feminism did to women. There was a time when a man could just work at a fucking steel mill with a 3rd grade education and have a complete family and have a wonderful life. You mean to tell me I can't be a garbage man and have a great family? Have a loving wife and children? And the fact that women look down on that, that's why only 25% of them will ever even get married. Not even talking about the 78% or 74% that'll file for divorce with their dumbasses, thinking that they gonna live their life at 42. Yeah, okay, bitch. I ain't got no cat sound and no dog sound and all that shit that Kevin used to play, but you will be by yourself. You'll be 60 just trying to live with somebody, because you will be by yourself. Most women aren't in a position to where they can retire and live by themselves for the rest of their days by themselves, let alone most women don't want to do that. The small percentage of women that are okay with that doesn't matter. That percentage of women is insignificant to the majority. Who wants to live by themselves and die alone? I don't. I could, but I don't want to. God forbid, if my wife died, I probably would not get married again. But that doesn't mean that I wouldn't want companionship. If I died, I wouldn't want my wife to have no other motherfucker around my kids. But when they get grown, she wants to live with somebody, whatever. Hey, it is what it is. I don't expect her to die alone, be by herself, no companionship. But there's so many women that don't factor that shit in. Most women don't even understand what it is that they want and how they can actually get it, because if they did, they would understand the reality of it. To say, well, damn, I can't be this goddamn choosy. I can't be this goddamn picky. He ain't on my level. And even with, well, what you mean? Well, I mean, I want a man that makes 6 figures like me. Ma'am, you 40. Yes, you do make money, But how many men are gonna be 40 years old or gonna be able to make the money that you make and choose your old ass over a young woman? That's truth. You 22 and you want a nigga that's rich. You ain't gonna find nobody your age that's rich like that. That makes 6 figures at 26. Unless he's selling dope or he dribbling a ball or he rapping on a mic. Because black women don't go after scientists. Black women ain't looking for doctors until they make it. Black women don't even like nerds. And that's one of the differences between black women and white women. A white woman will look and see, I'm 27. I think I want to go fuck this nerd. I done fuck these bad boys long enough. These niggas ain't gonna have no money. These niggas ain't gonna be able to provide no life and no secure family situation for me. No way. Let me go fuck this nerd. This dude that's a fucking physicist. Look at Bill Gates' wife. He's a fucking super nerd. Changed the world. Even though they got a divorce now, she sure cashed out, didn't she? Got a condo on her wrist, girl. She cashing out. Jeff Bezos, broke ass motherfucker. Ain't had shit but a dream. But he had a wife who had some money. He had a wife that actually worked and helped him with his dream and funded his dream and took care of the family financially. Her parents invested in him and their family because they believed in the nigga. And look at what it turned out to be. And they would still be married today if he wasn't a dumbass, even though he's a fucking billionaire, if he wasn't a dumbass and didn't embarrass his wife. She knew about that woman. She just didn't want to be disrespected. Transaction. Yeah, Jeff, go ahead. Fuck that little bitch. I'm the wife. I got the keys. Don't embarrass me. I know you got options. Don't embarrass me. I hope that this video helps somebody become a better version of themselves. I hope that this video will make somebody understand the reality of what we're living in today and the type of women that we're dealing with, the type of women that you single motherfuckers are dealing with. I feel sorry for y'all. Because I'm telling you, it ain't shit out here. I'm so glad and so thankful I got my wife. I'm telling you, I don't want to start over. She ain't perfect, but she perfect for me, goddammit. Fuck that. Because what's out here, Henny and a plan B. Bitch want a Birkin bag and ain't got nothing but ass. Boy, stop. So, Brandon.
There's been a lot of lies set around this dinner table here tonight, but that you can't believe.
Let them guys do what they do because they are helping some young brothers. They're helping men understand and realize their value. That's the one thing I can say about what Fresh and Fit is doing, about what this whole, the whole, and I don't agree with that, with the fucking manosphere and all that shit them niggas doing. I'm just saying that anybody that's talking about men making sure that they have themselves solidified first, they get themselves set up so that they can have options and they can choose better wives and they can choose the right person for them to help them in their life, to be a companion and to be a person that can actually say, hey, I can actually build with this woman. They ain't gonna all be black. I can tell you that. It ain't a lot of black women that got that mentality. And if you got to go outside your race to get it, man, you better go do it. Because at the end of the day, your legacy is the most important thing that you have as a man. What you leave here on this earth is more important than any motherfucking woman with ass, any woman with a BBL, any of these Instagram thoughts, any of these Instagram models, any of these OnlyFans bitches. Ain't nothing more important than your legacy, man. Get your shit together and choose, but choose wisely. Just like that old ass man in motherfucking Indiana Jones and the Temple of, I mean not the Temple of Doom, but the Holy the Last Crusade or the Holy Grail, whichever one it was. You want to make sure you drink from the right cup so you can have everlasting life and have a legacy. Because if you drink from the wrong cup, it will definitely lead to your demise. I am Brian Redmond. This is the Relationship Rehab. I want to thank you guys so much. Please, please, please leave me your comments in the comment section. Please, if you got any other questions or whatever, ask that shit. Y'all know I don't mind doing it. If y'all want me to do a relationship show, we can absolutely do it. Y'all want to shoot some questions at me, we can set it up. I ain't got no problem having a conversation. And y'all know this. This is what this platform is for. But I will say this. I love you guys. I appreciate each and every last one of you. Thank you to everybody that donated. Shout out to my man Minder Jamal who donated. And the rest of y'all that's watching this on the replay, you can donate. Shout out to my man Illa Dre who hit your boy with $2. Shout out to Minder Jamal, hit your boy with $10. Let me check and see if there's anything on the PayPal, because I definitely want to give thanks to those who take the time out to actually help me do what it is I do. And it is much appreciated. You guys, please, please, please click the like button, click the subscribe button, and send this to somebody. And Brandon Tatum, wherever you are, good sir, and I ain't got no beef with you, but I just wanted to critique what you critique, because I believe that you critiqued it wrong, and I showed that by presenting facts, logic, and truth. Just saying. Let's see if anybody hit that young PayPal. I hope y'all did. Shout out to my man Mike, hit your boy with $50. Appreciate you. Shout out to Glenda Smiles, hit your boy with $20. I appreciate y'all. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Y'all have a good night. I love y'all. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers that are real mothers. All you ain't shit bitches, fuck yeah. I love y'all. Till the next time. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Soto Nation. Shout out to my brother Tommy. Shout out to everybody out there in the internet land. I love y'all, man. Till next time, peace, and I'm out. What's going on, everybody out there in the internet world? It's me, Brian Redmond, also known as the Relationship Rehab. And I need you to do two things. What are those two things? Subscribing to both my channels. I need you to go to the Relationship Rehab, subscribe to that channel, and then I need you to go to United Guns of America and go to that channel. Now you may be asking, why would I do that, Brian? Because it's two of the hottest channels on the internet. Come over there, give me your thoughts, give me your opinions, have conversations, because that's what it's all about. We talk about some of everything: politics, relationships, guns, law enforcement, community stuff. Anything that's happening, I'm willing to have a conversation about it. So come on over. You don't got nothing else to lose, and you ain't got nothing else to do. So come to my channel, subscribe ASAP, and join in on the fun. Twice the entertainment, 2 channels, twice the fun. Come on and have a funky good time with your boy. Peace, and I'm out.